Hello, I'm DFW's own Danny Bayless, letting you know that you are about to hear a free podcast of The Dumb Zone. But if you'd like to subscribe at dumbzone.com, you will get 4 shows per week, plus the weekend wrap-up and any bonus epis like our Business Wednesday interviews. Oh, you'll also get our DZTV archives. Again, that's dumbzone.com to subscribe. Now, on to today's program.
The Dumb Zone.
Where's Qualis at? Look at me, Strain. Where's Qualis at?
Qualis Roofing and Construction.
When you walk through the garden.
Yeah, let's start off talking about Qualis Roofing for about a minute or so, bringing you today's program. We are high atop my garage.
You know what I noticed? There's a roof on it.
There is a roof, and Qualis put that roof on there. You wouldn't even have known it, though. Remember, you were here like on a Monday, Qualis Roofing came in for a couple of days, and then Thursday you came, and like they were here? They were actually here? Yeah, the cleanup is outstanding. Qualis Roofing, big supporters of the program, QualisGC.com. So get yourself a free roof inspection. If you get a roof with Qualis, they'll pay for a $690 sit-in.
Wow.
And I can prove that because I just booked 2 this week.
Through Qualis?
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that.
They are helping people. Also, they'll give out, just for a free roof inspection, they'll give you an annual subscription or a Dumb Zone t-shirt or possibly both. So thank you, Qualis Roofing.
Thanks, Madison. Congratulations. As the official sponsor or the official vehicle of Major League Baseball, Chevrolet is proud to participate in this prestigious award. Along with our dealers, we are also extremely honored to give back to this sport by supporting baseball in cities and towns across this nation. At Chevrolet, we have also been proud of the latest and greatest technology in our truck lineup, which is the all-new 2015 Chevy Colorado. It combines class-winning and leading, technology and stuff with Wi-Fi powered by OnStar.
Poor guy.
So sweaty.
Poor guy.
Technology and stuff.
There's never been a channeling of Chris Farley.
And he's standing next to EA. She's all
Like
hot.
that.
Nervous out of his mind.
He's got that little card he's reading from. His suit jacket's way too big somehow.
Oh, is it too big or small? He wasn't fat guy in a little coat?
It just didn't fit. It
thought
wasn't
it was-
a tailored look.
I thought it was fat guy in fatter coat.
Yeah, maybe he probably dropped a few pounds for I'm going to be on the World Series. I got to look good. And look good he did. I'm Dan McDowell.
I'm Jake Kemp.
Blake Jones.
This is the Dumb Zone. We are broadcasting live to tape from high atop my garage today, and we have I don't know if it's a good program, but it's like there's going to be a lot of stuff on it. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at the run sheet right now.
That's a pretty massive coat.
Let me check the coat.
That is a big coat.
Yeah, it's
big
a
man.
big coat.
Huge jacket.
Yeah.
Big man in a big coat.
That's the play, though, right? Like, if you're not sure as a big fella.
Huge.
Then people might think you've lost weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, small coat, fat guy, little coat. That's definitely worse.
We have a sit-in. In fact, we have 2 sit-ins high atop my garage. I got this email from Stephanie in August who said, "Hi. I wanted a birthday shout-out, please, for my best friend Tabitha, whose birthday is September 3rd. She was day 1 for the ticket. She convinced me 10 years ago to become a P1. We both subscribed to the podcast as soon as we found out about it. Day 5. Neither of us are big on X." And that's kind of like where we communicate, I guess, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to... I don't know. We don't gram a lot.
No. I'm still thinking about getting into
Are you
it.
on the gram, Stephanie?
Of course
Yeah.
she is.
Okay.
Of course.
Is that the big thing
Well, for
for ladies?
ladies, yeah.
Yeah. I don't like Facebook, but I like the gram.
According to Stephanie, Tabitha's leaders are Baldfish, the Roast Twins, Kip, Combative Sarah, and Bud Light Lime Hangout. I mean, she has a lot of leaders. Let's see.
All solid, though.
Keep up the long podcast, she says.
Ooh.
This is a woman
Love
whose
them.
home life is wanting. She is looking for any shred of something to make her forget the hellscape that she lives in. She says, secondly, my birthday is in November, so we'd like to do a sit-in in October for both of our birthdays. If you have room, preferably on Friday. Today's not Friday.
Nope. But it's Halloween.
It is Halloween. Thank you for knowing that.
It's almost Friday. This counts.
So welcome. It's basically Friday.
It's basically Friday.
So welcome to Stephanie and Tabitha.
I like the applause.
Who I think I'm in love with Tabitha because I walked in. I was out having a little walk, a morning constitutional.
Uh-huh.
You probably heard me when we were on our call this morning.
I can tell.
And I come into the garage and Tabitha is in there, and she is organizing the shoes, like she's putting them.
I noticed.
You did that?
She's straightening them all up.
Of course you
and
did.
not just the shoes like that Blake and you and other interlopers have just tossed off before they walk in. She like goes into our shoe bin and she's the boots right there and stacked my shoes on each other, and I was like,
That's
have
me.
at it, keep going. I love it. Yeah, I thought I'm the organized one in the dynamic here in my household, and I think I'm lacking. And she could come in here and straighten it all out.
It's always good to have something to strive for, It's like
That's why I loved
college kids going to play with LeBron in the summer and pick up.
My mother-in-law is so great, but she doesn't visit anymore because she's all real old, like in her 80s or whatever. Doesn't want to fly, I don't know, old people complaints. She doesn't visit anymore, but when she did, do you remember me telling you? She's like a nervous cleaner.
Oh, yeah.
She just, if she's bored, she'll just, what do they call it? The dusting the thing in the blinds.
Pretty quick. I like it.
Yeah.
Could have been worse. Yeah, no, I respect that. I'm very much like that myself. And I'm not only like that, unlike Tabitha, I have to make sure, as I've said before, that everybody knows I'm doing it. Like, I did a quick vacuum of the house before I left today, like just now. And that included me having to vacuum under the chair that my wife was sitting in at her desk. I'm like, oh, is it too loud? Sorry. Cat hair, dog hair, leaves that have been tracked in. So I'm like, let's just take care of this real quick. I mean, certainly no one else could.
You can't give to charity and not tell everybody about it.
That's right. Also, the document says Stephanie J. Do you go by Stephanie J? Or is that your last name?
Last name.
Okay, is that okay to be out there or no?
It's fine.
Oh, okay. It just sounds like another name, like a not a last name, like a Betty Lou type thing.
And, that's what we refer to her as.
Yeah, and if you don't mind me saying,
although Jay, more of a dude name.
Maybe, but
girls have middle names that are dude names a lot, though.
That's true. Yeah. I was just gonna say that Stephanie J. That either sounds like a morning show DJ or a porn star.
Neither.
Yeah. I'm just saying, when I saw that name, I was just like, oh.
On today's program, Julie Dobbs will join us.
What are we doing here?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Taking the country from us, or a lot of ladies?
It is a lot of ladies. It's Lady Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be 50-50.
And
I don't like that.
Well, she won't be up here. We don't want her to drive.
Yeah, we don't want them all syncing up.
We don't need another lady on the roadways. Halloween.
Yeah.
Was the thing last night? Trick or treating?
No, they usually do it on Halloween.
Oh, okay.
Things have not changed since you had kids.
All right.
Or ever.
Sorry, I don't know what I was thinking.
Like, people have Halloween parties, big parties, like
Ocean
throwdowns,
parties,
like the weekend before. If you're gonna have like a big house party, or we used to go to one out at White Rock that was insane.
The big difference, I guess, in my life with the kids not being here is we're just not over decorated. The house doesn't know that it's Halloween.
Yeah, we're not big Halloween decorators. We'll paint pumpkins with the kids and put them out, but
paint.
Yeah, we got
carve pumpkins.
We will, but the girl likes to paint. The boy wants to paint. We had the carving kit, but we just kind of gave up. To be honest with you.
Okay.
They really like painting them.
Yeah.
My house is covered in spider webs, and it annoys me.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Just one day, she had free time, which sounds awesome.
Hell yeah.
Decided to just throw spider webs and spiders here and ghosts here and just, I don't know.
You're done?
Just weird.
Yeah, it is really weird.
I get it.
I'm sure you guys do it.
I get it. It's festive. However, I took a lap around the neighborhood yesterday.
Getting on our feet a little bit again?
Not yet. Not where we need to be. 5 houses that had Christmas lights up and on.
I'm not going to give
dressed up for Halloween?
I'm not going to give an excuse, but
cheaper.
Yes, and it's cheaper because they have services now. I'll just tell you, we use one. They store the lights for you, and they come back and put them on, and they take them off. And they
might decide when they're coming back?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get wanting to save money, and even a lot of landscape companies are doing this.
Oh, yeah, they'll pivot.
Rather than take the winter off, they'll install Christmas lights. But come on, it's not even November.
I'm with you. You should egg those houses.
I got a better idea. Why don't we just have them all the time?
Always Christmas lights?
They're cool.
They are kind of cool.
But they become less cool the longer you have them up.
Is that what you're saying right now about all these big-time college football matchups that we've never had before? Or are you like, oh, there's another top 5 game this weekend?
No,
I think you know the answer.
I don't think UCLA should be playing in the Big Ten. Of course not. We've talked about that.
You think all these big-time college football matchups are going to skew the just records moving forward? It won't be odd to have three lost team. Like
that's going to be tough. Yeah.
Well, what's the game of the year going to be? Texas and Texas A&M, because that's a tradition. Not whoever the hell.
Yeah, I don't know that. No, there's better football now because we have more of it. Just
will that be more exciting than Texas Georgia?
Yes, it will.
Give us a call.
Okay, how about
888.
this? Here's a better example. Why don't they just play the NFL all year? Would you be like, no? No, you wouldn't. You'd be like, that's awesome. Christmas lights year round.
No, I think we do need
it's
to
the
separate.
same reason you don't
Strong point.
Yeah, thank you. It's the same reason
you wouldn't want the NFL all year.
But back to your house. Don't tempt me with a good
ask me
time.
around April.
Yeah. When I'm like, oh God, they're still playing
the
baseball?
week after opening day.
Yeah.
You're like
the spiderweb thing is interesting because I'm sure there are other instances of this, but it's literally decorating your house with something you spend the rest of the year being like, get this crap. Yep. It's something you clean. Like, what if for Thanksgiving you were just like, we're just going to have dust everywhere? It's something you don't want in your house. Like cleaning out little wet, cobwebby type things from underneath your cabinets. And hey, it's October. Let's put them everywhere. Makes no sense.
But it's spooky.
Fuck spooky. How about that?
So I
don't like spooky at all. I don't like the neighbor I have that has an inflatable of a headless horseman that I have to explain to my kids every day.
Interesting.
Why do we need that?
And then on the other side, you got F. Joe and the Ho you got to explain.
We don't take that route anymore.
So I was walking my backyard yesterday, grounding, walking barefoot, trying to become one with Mother Earth. Nice. And I noticed...
You look different.
Thank you.
There's a glow.
A little brighter.
Electrons.
A lot happier. I noticed these small, perfect holes in the ground. And they were just kind of scattered throughout the yard. And I didn't quite know what they were.
Animal, like my dad had.
And that's what I was thinking. What could this be? And I look in one of the holes and I see a pretty big spider.
Ooh. Spiders can dig?
Come to find out, it's called a wolf spider.
I've heard of that, but I didn't know they burrowed.
And I got 100 holes in my backyard.
Oh, dude. You might have to burn your house down.
Which is terrifying.
Yeah.
So it's not one spider that's walking around?
No, they said per acre there could be like 10,000 of them.
What?
And so cut it in half for mine. So I probably got 4,000 to 5,000 spiders in my backyard.
Well, I've seen these guys.
And so, yeah, they said they're pretty easy to spot because they're nocturnal. So if you go in your backyard at night and just shine a flashlight in the grass, they'll look at you. And, Jake, I don't know if your kids have seen Lucas the Spider or not. Looks
Not
just
familiar.
like it. Okay. So that's what I got in my backyard, and I'm pretty terrified.
There was a Texas Monthly
Yeah, I'm looking.
I read it.
article, Don't Squish the Wolf Spider.
And that they're trying to tell you
They
that...
may look creepy, but they're harmless.
Right. And that they will only bite if they feel threatened.
Yeah,
And
but
their big selling point is they eat other insects.
There you go.
They'll eat your roaches, they'll eat your crickets, your grasshoppers, your mosquitoes. So I don't know. I'm torn. I'm typically anti-spider.
they say that about everything, though, that you're not supposed to kill. I guess mosquitoes kind of take the brunt of it as a Satan creation.
Mm-hmm.
But
do not spin webs.
every time you say you want to kill some sort of insect, people like act like it's gonna throw the earth off of its axis. Because
Right, yeah.
The butterfly effect on the
I'm with it.
ecosystem will be irreversible. But they always say like, oh, they're not gonna bite you unless they feel threatened. Well, you know when they feel threatened? When you
When
step
you're near them
them
anywhere,
and
yeah.
you don't
Well,
know you're there.
Yeah, if I didn't have a kid,
It's not
I'd
like you
probably...
have to talk shit to them for them to get upset. They
Hey,
just,
bitch.
yeah, they're spiders. They're going to act like spiders.
Well, yeah, but Brooks is running around, at dusk or whatever, playing at night, most of the time barefoot. So,
That's
yeah,
not good.
I don't know. I'm not quite sure what to do in this situation. Maybe I will just set my backyard ablaze.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
You have a real opportunity here for like some World War I type warfare. Like you could just get a ton of black cats and walk around and just
Drop them in there.
drop them in each one of the holes and just ferret them out that way.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's not a good thing.
Never heard of this before.
I've heard of wolf spiders and I've seen that spider, but I did not know that they burrowed. That's terrifying.
I didn't know that they could dig holes like that. I didn't know there was a spider called a wolf spider. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe if somebody knows some more about this situation that could help me. Do I kill them or not?
I bet somebody can help you out. Oh my God! Did you look at that Texas Monthly article, Dan? Look at the one of her carrying her babies.
It wouldn't let
Yeah.
me. It's paywalled.
Yeah, they carried the sack on the back.
You guys subscribe to Texas Monthly?
You don't?
I think I actually do. Now that you say that,
All right, put it on the list.
I'll keep that one for myself.
Oh, all right. Jeez.
Yeah. You ever
Red
killed a
Texas.
spider that was pregnant? That's a gnarly visual.
They just scatter.
Yeah. Now you all of a sudden you have.
Do you ever have a spider lay an egg in you, and then when you scratched it, all the little babies came out?
Yeah, it was one of the
That
12
happens to me all the time.
It was one of the 12 I swallowed that year.
Yeah. Did you swallow a spider?
No, so that's always a stat.
Yeah.
You swallow a spider while
Oh,
sleeping.
yeah,
Every
yeah,
time-
yeah.
On average, they say the average human adult swallows 14.6 spiders a year.
Yeah, okay.
And I've Googled it and it's not true and I still believe it.
Yeah. That's probably true.
Yeah. So what are you going to be for Halloween? Like, will anybody come back here?
Oh, in this area? No. This
Yeah.
is an area where, so we moved about a mile away, years ago, and we would just drive back to our old neighborhood just to do the trick-or-treat.
Yeah,
'Cause
we're
that's just
teeny.
inundated.
Yeah.
It's nothing but wall-to-wall. And I should ask my buddy Steve. Steve is very organized. Remember me telling you, you weren't at the garage Pro Slat remote, but Steve has the most organized garage I've ever seen. I've always wanted to be like Steve, so that's why we're promoting Pro Slat to be more like Steve. He also maybe a little bit like
Tabitha.
because he would keep stats every year on how many kids came through.
That's some Brunig stuff right there.
And he gave candy to, and he would update me every year on, oh yeah, we're down, we're up.
I love
whatever.
that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to check in with Steve. I don't know what the old neighborhood is looking like, because it would be creepy if I was to go back just to hang out, or maybe to go to one of the cul-de-sac parties. Those are always fun.
I wish we had something like that.
I would guess you don't have a lot of trick-or-treaters either. You live in an older area of Grapevine,
Yeah, this is true.
but you do have a cul-de-sac, so
Well,
you
yeah,
gotta
but
hook up with Dat Wen and be like, hey man.
I have before. Not like that.
Let's,
but I have like seen him on Halloween before.
Yeah, just set up a couple big tables. All the parents are there drinking.
But somehow I got roped
good
into
fun.
like the dressing up with my kids thing now.
Yeah, I always did. Well, I just would wear a Superman cape.
You love
and
Superman,
jeans.
right?
I do. I love
Yeah,
Superman.
We're stoked on Superman.
Now, of course, I'll probably go more Homelander.
You knew it was coming. Yeah. You issued the boys watch.
Yeah, can't run the ball in 1st and 10.
Yeah, but the weird thing about it is, like, when we're out walking in the neighborhood,
If it works.
it doesn't. I like doing it, but I'm like one of maybe 2 dads out of 200 I'll see tonight. Everyone else is just wearing their normal 30s or 40s white man uniform.
Oh, lean into it, dude.
Which is polo, vest, Yeti cap or something.
You should dress up.
Bass Pro Shops hat.
Yeah.
It's fun with the kids.
Oh, I'm doing it, dude.
Yeah.
I was Captain Hook last year. Kristoff from Frozen tonight. Yeah.
Blake, what's your game on that?
I will be going as a middle-aged dad tonight.
See, he's no fun.
I know.
Well, I got my T-shirt and jeans on.
That's
Is that
no
not
fun
good
at all.
enough?
He's not even wearing like an Argyle shirt, so he could be like
Well,
a
game day,
coordinator.
It's the day before.
But it's all laid out.
Yeah.
It's all pressed and ready to go for tomorrow.
Ready?
All right, let's dive into sports. We'll start with basketball, which is brought to you by Tecovas. Now, tell us about Tecovas, because I am unfamiliar.
These are like the nicest boots you could ever own. They're fantastic. I'm going to buy myself a pair this holiday season. I bet these ladies are familiar with Tecovas. These are very nice boots. They're made right here in Texas.
Man, we're so Texan.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Everything we do is about Texas.
They're handcrafted. These are, I'm telling you, man, these are super, super nice. It'd be a good thing to give as a gift. And right now you can get 10% off at tecovas.com/dumbzone. That is TECOVAS.com/dumbzone. You feel good in these. Just feel confident, Dan.
You feel confident.
Yeah.
Like you feel like you can just take on the world.
Yep.
Because you're wearing Tecovas boots.
Yep. They're comfortable. They're really good looking. Check out the website. Lots of options there. Lots of colors for you.
Oh, I got a question from the copy points. Can you have a good time in bad boots?
No, you can't.
Yeah, I think that was a rhetorical question.
And I think the flip side of that is, are you pretty much guaranteed to have a good time in good boots? You're supposed to say yes on that.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
So it's TECOVAS.com/dumbzone. You'll get 10% off. At least you got to go at least check out the website, because they have got something for everybody up there, and I will be purchasing some of these for myself and probably as a gift for my father-in-law using the promo code this holiday season. Tecovas.
Boots, boots, everybody wants some boots. Boots, 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 everybody wants some boots. Tecovas.
All right, we're all stoked on the Mavs. You are a little more into it these days, I think, than you've ever been, even when you used to host the Mavs postgame show. Like, you told me you're watching all these games as if they're playoff games. Is it because your new Mavs YouTube bit, or
I don't know.
what is that show called?
Round Ball Talk.
All right, little plug.
Yep. Search it up on YouTube. It's a Mavs property. I have no idea what we're doing or how they're letting us do it, but somehow they are. Yeah, I think part of it is that I am so beaten by the Cowboys. Like, there's just nothing fun about it.
That's it for me.
You know, it's not just that they're bad, they're boring.
It's just so early for Mavs season. Doesn't it just feel early? It's just so long
It feels
away.
early because they played until June.
You know what? I think I saw they have never started, or excuse me, only twice have they ever started a season 4-1, and they can do that tonight.
They should. Houston's kind of still garbage.
Okay.
At least last I looked, I saw them play. They were not impressive. But I mean, the Clay thing is super interesting. I mean, I know he's old, but they added Klay Thompson. They added Klay Thompson to Luka and Kyrie. They're coming off the finals. The Cowboys suck. I think even if I wasn't doing the round ball talk thing, like, this is just, I love it. I conveniently now wake up early enough to where I watch the whole game in the morning full of energy.
You're still waking up at like 4:30?
No.
What's early enough then?
3:30.
3:30.
Yeah.
When are you going to bed?
I get in bed at 9:05, 9:10, fall asleep by like 9:45.
Okay, so you're going 6 hours about.
5.5, yeah.
God, you sound really depressed about it.
I wish I could.
Are you, like, you're feeling it?
I feel awesome.
Oh, you feel
Legit.
good?
Yeah, like I'm working out an hour every morning. I feel incredible. But I don't think this is, like, good.
Yeah.
It just can't be.
But if you feel good, maybe that's what your body needs.
That's what my
Doesn't
doctor
Trump,
told me.
like, sleep 4 hours a night or something?
Yeah, and then his move, too, genius, is he doesn't work out because he says that energy is finite.
And, yeah, you might drop dead at 58, and
Yeah.
he'll be rolling at 108.
But, yeah, it's interesting. You know, the Mavs have their new broadcast situation. Followell's still there. Devin Harris and Skin on the home games. Devin Harris on the away games. Devin Harris is not really much of a presence. I don't think he's really developed a personality. I will, however, say...
dynamic radio guest, as I recall.
That was one of the worst interviews we've ever had. He was at the zoo, though, and the zoo is sick, so it's tough to pay attention to anything else. But I do think he's a good analyst. So far. I mean, he's not the first time he's done it. I think he has good basketball insights. He's just, you know, I think about, like, the Bulls with Stacey King, and he's just screaming the whole time. But Followell does quite a bit of that, too. So.
Yeah.
It did surprise me when they were playing the Suns and Devin Harris was talking about playing Devin Booker. That was weird to me that they overlapped.
Yeah, you'll get some of those.
Harris played until 2019.
Yeah,
I guess I didn't realize that.
He had a really long career.
Yeah.
The win the other night was awesome because, as we're going to hear from Luka here in a second, they had a home game followed by a road game the next day. It's the Timberwolves in Minnesota. There's history there from last year. They got into the hotel super late. They had an earlier game. The Timberwolves are good. They're different, you know, because they traded Cat. Now they have Dante DiVincenzo and Randall, but they're going to be good. And Luka still hasn't really had a Luka game. He's really only had one good game, and it was a game they lost. But it doesn't matter anymore.
And even that didn't feel like a game he scored 40.
No, it didn't. He might not have really had a good game, period, for Luka. But a couple of them, Clay's been lights out. The other ones, Clay was okay. And then Tuesday night's game, Kyrie started a quarter early, and instead of taking over in the fourth, just dominated the third. And they're pretty deep, too. Like, I feel like every team says that at the start of the year because they have to act like all the guys they signed are good. Usually only like a third of them are. The Mavs are deep. They're still starting Gafford for some reason, but they're winning, so I'm not too upset about it. It's very clear. Gafford was great Tuesday night, but it's very clear they need to start Lively.
But they closed with Lively.
And he plays more minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just might be the way they keep doing it just because
but
it's like working.
They get down early, though.
Is that happening every night?
It's happened a bit, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But they're winning.
Yeah.
Luka, if you're not up to speed on this, I went back and looked at all four of my game notes so far. Game 2, I wrote down Luka seems much more in control with the officials. Like, I'm not really seeing much arguing at all. Game 3, in the first half, I wrote the same thing down. I was like, man, he's getting some trash calls, but good on him. In the second half of that game, he got a technical, and then he got a technical Tuesday night, so he already has 2.
But they're different.
He promptly, after I wrote down, like, what maturity, picked up 2 technicals in 6 quarters.
It does seem like he's extremely happy. Like,
yeah.
think of...
Yeah.
Because remember what we were so worried when they made that trade of Dorian and others, that got them Kyrie, right?
Yep.
And it was like, oh, man, I mean, this, after last year, just kind of getting rid of Boban for kind of nothing, no real reason at all.
Brunson.
Let Brunson walk. But this, you know, all of that was said because it's worried that Luka will leave here. But right now, you got to think, he's like, damn. Kyrie, first of all, was just great. Helps him get to the finals. And then to add like a legend that, you know, is still pretty good, it seems, and really fits with him. And drafting Lively, of course. That's probably the key because they
Yes.
made him sit at the end of the season prior, the first Kyrie year.
Which he was not happy
The
about.
Kyrie half year kind of tanked at the end to get a slightly better draft pick. And anytime the Mavs have done stuff like that in the past, whether it's, hey, we're going to whatever,
The
try and
Dwight
save
Howard,
money,
Giannis thing,
it's never really worked out.
Got
but
Luka.
what, tanking?
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, getting Luka was
But no, the lively thing
is
is
a major key.
Is massive. Also because he's young. The Kyrie's awesome, but sometimes when I know he's like a super healthy dude. He looks older now, and it's just because I'm so used to seeing him from the age of 19 on. But I look at him now and I'm like, how much longer can you really do that?
Yeah,
Steph still looks like a baby to me.
Yeah.
The new Mavs streaming option, they don't do commercial breaks. So during the breaks, they'll do highlights from last year, mic'd up from last year. And one they did during the game, who was this? The third game. They all run together.
Jazz.
Yeah. They were playing highlights from Kyrie's first All-Star game, and he looks like a different person.
Yeah.
Like he's got gray in his afro now.
He
his
does
beard
let the
is
gray
full. But yeah, he's been playing for a really long time.
But the lively thing is awesome. He fits perfectly. Here, I'll just play Luka for you from the other night. It was a national game, so I think maybe the national guys got Kyrie or Clay, maybe. But
Kyrie did, yeah.
Our local guys got Luka.
A very physical game, one with emotion. Of course, you saw these guys a lot last year, but what defensively did y'all change after Ant got off to such a hot start?
By the way, he had 24 in the first quarter. Anthony Edwards.
Okay.
I mean, it felt like there's just no chance tonight. Like, the Mavs are screwed. This is a schedule loss.
But they never fell down.
No, they were staying in it in that one. Yeah,
24.
Right. 24 in the first half.
Yeah.
Or the first quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we just started playing defense. It got us going, and now everything's going to be perfect. I got to get it going at some point. But, it's a back-to-back win, flying 2 hours and a half, playing 6:30 game. It's an incredible win. I don't think people realize how big of a win this is.
And how physical this game was?
Yeah, you know what it is. I ain't going to comment.
11 points in the...
We can play more of it in a second, but yeah, he's like, I'm not going to comment. That's a good way of saying that the refs are really screwing me right now. But I also thought the other part was interesting, just of what creatures of habit these dudes are. I mean, they left Dallas on Monday night, fly 2.5, 3 hours. Yes, it's private, everything. To get to the hotel at 2:30 or 3. And the game the next night, when they're used to playing Central Time 7:30, is at 6:30. So everything is just off.
Uh-huh.
And if they had lost that game, you would have said, that's just a schedule loss. You get a back-to-back where you have to go to Minnesota, play that team, take the L.
Right.
And they were down in the first half, right, Blake? They were down a handful, but Kyrie really took over in the third quarter, and it was awesome.
What did they do? I think Minnesota went on a 10-0 run to start the second half maybe, then the Mavs responded with a 12-2. But yeah, they fell down. They flirted with double digits for a little bit.
They're a fun team, man. Clay, they hit a lot of transition threes. They run a lot more. Their defense is still pretty solid, even though I don't know if this is just Barkley's bit now, but the Mavs are going to be on TNT a lot, and he's kind of reverted back into his...
Was he doing it again?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he was doing that early.
Yeah. We're back to that.
Yeah, and...
That's part of being good, too, though.
Yeah. It's a good bit. Yeah. He did that for years with Dirk until Dirk won it all. So...
The last thing on that game was just at the end when it's 109-107, Kyrie hits a 3, they're up 5, and then on the other end, you might have seen the clip, but Luka gets doubled, and he's being harassed over sideline above the 3-point line, and while he's being harassed and fouled, he turns and starts yelling at the ref while he still has the ball. And then when he gets done yelling at the ref, he just pulls up and hits from 35 and buried the game. Made it an 8-point game. It was the whole thing. The whole
Luka experience.
The whole Luka experience in a span of 10 seconds.
Did you see Clay?
No.
In the background?
No.
There's a popular clip of a reverse angle where Luka hits it and walking back to the huddle, Clay is just smiling ear to ear.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that. I've seen a lot of Clay after Luka does something, and he's pleased.
Yeah,
it's fun times.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah,
because it's so early and everything seems so perfect.
They're gonna have problems. I mean, they haven't really been great, to be honest. They play super hard.
But Clay's
Najee,
so happy.
Quentin Grimes plays super hard. Lively and Gafford both play super hard. PJ, after very poor in the first 2 games shooting-wise, he's been awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's given them a lot.
But
Dinwiddie's playing a lot now, too, because they gave Jaden Hardy like 1 game to figure out if he was the backup point guard. Now we're getting 20 minutes of Spencer Dinwiddie. Which, whatever. I mean, whoever does it, does it.
He had a couple threes the other night. But the Clay thing, obviously he played with Steph, who is magical in his own way, but I feel like his demeanor compared to Luka's is polar opposite.
Yeah.
Like, Luka will talk his S and back it up. I feel like it's just a different way they go about it. And for Clay to see that, barking with the ref, barking with the Timberwolves, and drill a 35-footer. I mean, Steph makes that shot too, but the way that Luka goes about it is different.
Steph is a mature adult.
Well,
Luka
that's probably
is
it.
An asshole child.
Probably
right
it.
Still, it's fun though, man. They're Houston tonight. They're legit.
We get to see Dylan Brooks.
Oh yeah, that's right.
All right. Elsewhere. Let's do this so Blake can mark it down.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Let's give a tiny bit of love to the World Series now that it's over. Brought to you by our guy Sean Kernan at 360 Wealth Management, which is DallasFinancialPlanner.net. Well, you could only get a .net, huh, Sean? Anyway, he says, let me be your money expert.
He probably saved money.
Call me anytime.
That's
Give
a great
me a
point.
chance to earn your business.
Great point.
Have you saved money in a 401k or IRA or 403b?
The
What's
hell
that?
is that?
You don't know. That's why you got to call him.
457 TSP. Do you want to have more money? Do you not want
Yes.
to lose all your money?
Yes.
Do you want to figure out how to spend the monies you have saved when you retire?
Please.
Do you need a third party to tell your wife or husband you're spending too much?
Oh, my God, yes.
Do you want to figure out how much to invest in Blake's Bitcoin timing advice versus Dan's value sports bets versus your Dumb Zone Patreon subscription? Call Sean Kernan. I can help, or maybe not, but I'll try to help you find someone who can give you some ideas because I'm an idea guy. See, inventing the 690 sit-in bit.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
He has managed our wealth.
He
The
says
little
we
wealth
will,
we have has
we
come
will
from his
totally
idea.
not steal your money, guaranteed. I take financial planning and investing seriously, but we're still having fun here. No. Call Sean at 469-893-0067 or check out DallasFinancialPlanner.net. Good dude. Okay. Obviously, the World Series is over. We're not really stoked on baseball, but the nation was.
Yeah. Especially after baseball made him suffer through Rangers Diamondbacks.
Well, so the ratings on Monday night actually beat Monday Night Football.
Yeah. But they were still low because of the equinox. But last night, 92% increase from the same game in the Rangers series.
Oh, really?
It
ouch.
doubled.
Very predictable.
Yeah, I mean, you went from about the Rangers are a big market, and Phoenix, I guess, is a big market, but you went from about
two not
of those
baseball
nondescript
markets.
legacy teams to this.
You could be a big market and not a baseball market.
They had like 17 million viewers at one point or something last night. It was they doubled it.
Yeah, which is, New York and L.A., of course. Ohtani and Judge. The chance to see the Yankees fail for the rest of the country that's not New York. I think there's no vitriol against the Dodgers.
No, unless you're that translator. Or no, he's probably still on board because he's on the payroll. Ippei, remember the month of Ippei? And we all kind of just.
He's still on the payroll?
Well, Shohei's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
like whatever happened? Remember that?
Victor Conti style.
They didn't really mention that a lot during the World Series.
no, they didn't. They wanted that to go away as quickly as they could.
The Shohei gambling scandal.
We were like, is he out of baseball forever? Are they going to deport him? It's like, no, he's just going to win the World Series in the first year of a 10-year, $700 million deal.
All right, so let's talk about the controversy. Not last night, but a couple games ago. I guess we didn't get to do a show yesterday. I mean, unless you wanted to work a little harder for the program and actually did a 2-hour interview yesterday morning and then put that out there. But that was just, I don't know if anybody... Oh, wait, somebody did do that.
You know what's funny is that we would have had a different controversy had this other one not superseded it, which would have been chanting "Freeman, you suck" at Freddie Freeman during the Cancer Month tribute when his mom died from cancer when he was 10.
Ooh.
Ouch.
That's what you give them Yankee fans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. By the way, are you guys aware that we've shifted from Breast Cancer Awareness Month to, do you guys know, ladies with breasts? Breast health awareness.
Just to make sure
which
they're overall healthy.
Yeah. Which could be taken a number of different ways.
Yeah, go on.
I'm just saying, like, I feel like healthy could also mean, like, bountiful.
Yeah, okay. That's what let's inject them a little bit.
Well,
Put a little something in there.
Just be aware of it.
I want to be
I'm not
aware.
saying you have to do it, but it is an awareness, and it's a whole month of that.
Okay.
So yeah, they were being Yankees fans, but then
the word cancer, that's a negative.
It's bold stance, but yes.
Yeah.
But the cancer chant was outdone significantly.
So the dude, obviously in the right field foul territory, that it's so, my gosh, it is a funny look at today's society or how we view everything differently because it's. What was it, the Steve Bartman?
Oh, yeah.
Fan interference when he was the Cubs fan who fan interfered. And it's a different deal, though, for sure. I mean, Mookie Betts obviously made that catch. And then this big, giant New York look, like anybody that's ever looked more New York than that guy that just is trying to rip the ball and did rip the ball out of his glove. It was so awesome, wasn't it?
Part of the deal, too, is that Steve Bartman took the ball from a Cubs player. That's also why. Like, it was Moises Alou.
Oh, okay.
And that out, I think, would have ended that inning. And, of course, we know after that they had this big
momentum,
rally.
and you can't stop them.
Yeah, whereas in the case of Mookie, it's a Dodger player trying to complete the out. But they ruled fan interference right away. But, yes,
it was awesome. Did you love it? This is terrible for the sport.
Well, I do think I don't know that it's terrible for the sport. There's a bunch of different parts about it. I think you deserve to have your throat ripped out. Like, if you grab another human being at their jobs, trying to grab the ball was one thing. When he tried to grab his wrist, like, I think if Mookie Betts just punches him in the throat, he should be allowed to do that. I don't think physical contact with someone should be okay. Like, if you want to yell, I mean, I'm a guy who would go to a football game, get hammered, and ask Joe Mixon how many times he hit that girl from the stands at TCU. Like, I'll do that. And I'll be an asshole and an animal. But I think if you grab another human being's arm, whatever happens to you next, you should just be like, I asked for this. Because that's how it works in life. It's a weird thing to be like, no, I'm at a sporting event. It's okay if I grab somebody's wrist and yank on it. Like, if you did that at the grocery store, you would get arrested.
I love it. Or you'd get on Dallas, Texas TV or something.
Yeah,
see,
most of those people get arrested.
Here's why I love it. Because 10-year-old me loves that guy. And maybe even thought, if I work everything correctly, I'll be that guy. But 10-year-old me also loved the guy that started the wave.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be at the front of I want to have the confidence to go to the front of a section. Because you ever see a guy doing that?
He's got turnaround.
And he stands at the front and he's like, all right, everybody. And then he counts them down. I'd be like,
what a maestro.
This is great. But no one would listen to me probably I'm 10. I went up to but man, I can't wait till I can do it. 10-year-old me loved the dude who ran across the field. Got tackled. I'd be like, oh, man, if I had the balls to do that, man, I'll do it someday. You know, 10-year-old me wanted to throw the ball back if I ever caught a home run ball from the opposition.
Yeah.
The Cubs fans would do that famously, and I always, sat in home run territory just hoping for a ball, and I just wanted because I wouldn't take a crappy ball from the Orioles or whoever,
ends up landing like in the third row. You can't get it over the wall.
Yeah.
No, I think a lot of us were like that.
So, yes, obviously, as you grow up, you realize the last person I would want to be in the section is the guy that starts to wave, or the guy that paints his face, or whatever. 10-year-old me loved the guy at a wind chill is -5 today, but he's not wearing a shirt in the stands. I'm like, hell yeah, I would do that, man. That would be great.
Taking your glove to the game.
Oh, my gosh. Always brought my glove to the game. But, yeah, so... Like, older me should be like, this isn't... I should be upset at this fan behavior, but I'm not. I just love it. It's Yankees fans, so it adds to the Yankee fans are just animals lore, which also goes into flies in the face of everybody complaining about just the corporate rich people. Every ticket's $1,000. How we can't get any real fans? Well, I guess you can.
Yeah.
You can really get dumb meatheads that can afford a $1,000 a seat.
They'll cheer cancer and assault a player.
Yeah, this is great.
No
I mean, this is what fandom is.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I think any amount of talking, I guess you could get in trouble for that in public too, but a little different. But The level at which he grabbed Mookie's wrist to me was just weird, like really crazy person behavior. Like I mean, would you, if Mookie had hit him, like if that would you have said, yeah, I mean, it's kind of what happens, dude.
Nah, I don't know. I mean, obviously they're going to throw him out and probably ban him and all that kind of stuff.
I don't think they did ban him.
Oh, they did?
Kicked him out of the game, but so I have an update on that. I actually watched some of this game last night.
Uh-huh.
Very fortuitous that I happened to be watching at this portion of the game. It was 5-5. I missed the whole comeback, which was pretty funny because...
all the errors and Garrett Cole not covering first.
Yeah, and Aaron Judge has obviously...
Garrett Cole looks like an a-hole too, so I'm glad that I want some vitriol to go his way.
I don't have any problem with Aaron Judge, but I do enjoy how frustrating he's been for Yankees fans. And I know he came through last night at the plate at least once, right? Mm-hmm. But then... that error was insane.
Yeah. So a meathead. He's definition of meat.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
slab of meat.
If you asked him to write his name in cursive right now, it's not happening.
Holds the pencil like this.
Snaps it.
Yeah.
It's like eats part of it. Like, oh, not jerky. So they kicked him out of that game, but it wasn't immediately. There was a little time in between there. They escorted them out, and I believe the next day we're told that they couldn't come to Game 5. Like, they're season ticket holders. They were not going to be allowed to come to Game 5. So before we talk more about the New York meatheads, they went to the fan cam in the 6th inning when it's tied 5-5 to make sure you know that really there's something good to come out of this.
Fan cam sponsored by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. And Calvin Young over there. Now, the two guys in the first row yesterday had their tickets.
They're showing a little kid, like an 8-year-old Yankee fan.
And Calvin Young over there. Now, the two guys in the first row yesterday had their tickets revoked. And the Yankees have taken those tickets and given them to Calvin, who's battling cancer. And they had invited Calvin to the game earlier this season, but he got sick when he was coming into the stadium, couldn't go to the game. And so they turned that bad situation from yesterday into a good situation today, and they get him to the ballpark. Pretty cool.
And that young man.
Foul.
We're just going to go back to this because that was awkward. I mean, it is cool for the kid, but also the fact that they
weren't going to give it to him?
No. I mean, that's what's...
It's like Game 5, right?
Yeah.
This is a last-minute thing? They're like, hey, is that kid still alive?
Is the kid who...
Should we call that?
Is the kid who got
sick? Call
sick?
his mom just to see.
This will work for us. A lot of people were really mad at ESPN because of the article that they wrote. Are you aware of this?
No.
His name's Jesse Rogers. I'm not familiar with this baseball writer at all. But he wrote an article about these guys. He got a hold of them. The main one, Austin Capabianco, which again, yeah. Him and his friend were there. And this guy caught up with them, saw them at a local bar afterward, where they were like being hailed as heroes. And he interviewed him. And Capo Bianco, 38 years old, said, "We always joke about the ball in our area. We're not going to go out of our way to attack, but if it's in our area, we're going to D up." Like, this asshole goes to a game thinking, like, I'm part of the team. And I'm going to...
It's awesome.
He said, he went on to say, "Someone defends, someone knocks the ball. We talk about it. We are willing to do this." Back to his,
even right after, like, they're pointing at, like,
yeah,
this is the wall. Everything behind here is us. And
it was
he's
not
over
a situation where they immediately like felt guilt.
Yeah,
no, no, I'm in the right.
Yeah,
he says when it comes
New
to
York,
for his part, Mookie was super cool about it. He said, "I know when I'm in the wrong," and this is Capobianco again. "I know when I'm in the wrong, and as soon as I did it, I was like, boys, I'm out of here. I patrol that wall, and they know it." It's just so Yankees. The
and
funniest part,
people are mad at ESPN for even
interviewing him and
platforming him.
They wrote the article kind of glorifying it, and then the writer posted a tweet with a picture of them at the bar, and they're like being celebrated. And I think he said, like, just met the fans. He's like, this guy right here, he's a real beaut. Like, he wasn't being sarcastic. He was like, these dudes are hilarious.
Yeah.
They probably are.
Yeah.
Side note for Baseball Blake, I don't have it in front of me. Let me see if I can find it. In the wider shot of the of the image, the third guy, not one of the two guys, but a guy who's left from Mookie, in the stands, is wearing one of those Evo Shield sliding mitts.
Yes,
like,
seen that.
What are you going to do? You're going to slide in the outfield? Like, if you have a baseball glove on, like, maybe you're going to catch a foul ball or a home run. But, like, he's got the slide into second protector on.
Sliding mitt's gay.
Okay,
Am I wrong?
I don't like getting my skin burnt.
But it's hilarious to wear it in the stands.
Like, what is the...
Yeah.
It's awesome.
What in the world? I said this to somebody the other day, like, that would be like taking a bat. Like, what do you need that for?
Or, yeah, football game, you're wearing, what, elbow pads? Or arm sleeve, NBA game?
Yeah. This is just what I look, I'm a fan.
That's awesome.
So, the other thing that was funny that came out of this is, you know Kay Adams, Dan? She used to be on NFL Network. She's close to perfect. Seems like she likes to party quite a bit.
Is she like a New York announcer or no?
No,
she hosted Good Morning Football for a while.
Good Morning Football.
Oh, okay.
She's fun. She's funny. Get over it.
Now she's got her own deal.
It's called Up and Adam, and she has guests on.
Okay.
And
would it be cool to have a name that you could use in a pun like that?
Up and Adams, yeah. Wouldn't it be cool to be hot?
Maybe. Would you just like look at yourself all the time?
What happened?
Most of the time.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if this is right.
When things are...
Oh, that's not right. Is this right?
Changed my mind.
God bless it. This is a major fail, boys.
What are you doing?
I wanted to play you something from her show, which I can just do.
Was this what you were pausing us before we started, saying I got to get this?
No, that was the Cancer Kid.
Okay.
Here, I'll pull it up for you. This doesn't happen all the time, guys.
Never.
You need to see her up close and personal of us failing. Maybe it's better if I just tell you rather than look for it. So she had a guest on this morning, and that guest was like, hey, here it is. I got it. I didn't want to spoil who the giveaway was.
This is actually the first time I'm seeing this live. Okay. And here's a little fun fact. That
live.
guy right there grabbing Mookie Betts' glove
Don't tell me you know
was
him.
my friend in college.
Stop it right now.
He was on the ice hockey team, the club.
Okay, so we'll listen to all of it. But yeah, how funny is that? They have Gronk in as a guest. He doesn't even know that this happened. That he knows the guy. They're showing it, and he's like, "Oh my god!" And he's pointing at the TV. And also pay attention when he says, I'm seeing this now live, and she's like, well, it's not live. Like, he has a...
This is actually the first time I'm seeing this live.
Okay.
And here's a little fun fact.
not
That
live.
guy right there grabbing Mookie Betts' glove
Don't tell me you know
was
him.
my friend in college.
Gronk, stop
Guy
it
was on the
right
ice-
now.
He was on the ice hockey team, the club Arizona Wildcats team, ice hockey team. And let me tell you, the whole hockey team, they were absolute maniacs. They were
Checks out.
undescribable, just how wild
Animals?
these guys, animals, yes, how wild these guys were. And him doing that represents him very well. I mean, he is all in for his teams. He is all in for the Yankees. I remember him talking about the Yankees all the time, how he loves them so much. And that describes him perfectly, just doing whatever it takes to help his team out. But
Are
he's
you
a
wa-
beauty.
okay, that-
He is a beauty.
Okay,
And I just want to say congratulations.
Congratulations!
For
That's awesome. And yeah, she was acting surprised, but I'm not surprised at all.
No. They went on. She's like, this is pretty wild
He knew
to
him.
do to an athlete. And just you can see like the pure joy on Gronk's face as he's like, I know that guy.
Yeah, this checks out.
He's an animal. Like, wasn't prepped for it or anything.
That's excellent. All right, should we take a break and get Julie on, or is she fired up? What are we
Looks
doing
like
here?
she's here.
Should we just pull her up?
It's your show.
Sure.
Because we're going to do some viewer mail with Julie Dobbs.
Oh yeah, wait a minute, Uncle Hotmail.
Do you want us to pull up the thing, too?
Yeah, you want to see Julie?
I'm fine.
I always want to see Julie. Did you send us a link?
Just did.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Julie Dobbs.
Hey.
Julie,
Hi, friends.
do you read us over?
I read you. Do you read me over?
Affirmative. This is Julie.
Can you see my pumpkin necklace?
We're going to need that. Did you dress up Skanky for drop-off like your podcast partner?
Oh my gosh, I did not. I could never.
I'm going to have to hear the story on that. I'm going to have to go listen to that. Because I don't understand why that would ever seem like a good idea.
Well, you didn't listen?
No,
you didn't
not
hear the
yet.
story?
No.
I mean, because even in the Instagram clip,
I don't, yeah.
like we put the background to it. So if you just watch the one clip, you'll get the info. But it's she was having a conversation with her son Henry about Halloween costumes, and he asked her if she was dressing up, and she said, "Yeah, I'm going to be a sexy nurse." Just totally kidding to her son, 12-year-old son, and he said, "No, you couldn't pull that off, Mom." And so Emily Jones, she doesn't like to be challenged about just about anything in her life, so she decided to try to pull off being a sexy nurse and went to pick him up at school in the sexy nurse costume. She had no intentions of getting out of the car, and he was alone at the time. He wasn't in front of all of his friends or anything like that, but she just wanted to get his reaction, and that's what you saw in that video clip. It was gold.
And now I'm hearing from the school that Henry straight A's this semester. He's on track to be valedictorian.
Yeah. No, that's one of the things that I love about Emily is because we kind of talked about it here on the show. She told me this story about how she was kind of like, he said I couldn't pull it off. And I was like, well, you should try it. Like totally just BSing, right? Next thing you know, she sends me a video and it's her pulling up to pick him up in a sexy nurse costume.
Now, what if I did that? You know?
Sexy nurse?
Well, what if I went to go do kindergarten pickup and I had to get out in front of the
you're
school
like,
and I have like half my nuts hanging out from
What
like
are those dance the
Chippendales or
Chippendale,
something? Yeah. And then all of a sudden,
you'd be all this. You'd be like a predator.
Yeah.
And with her,
you'd be
she's
on
being
the watch
celebrated.
list.
Yeah.
Once again,
For sure.
males have it so much harder than females.
you know, even more dads than moms. I think we should probably focus in on that.
Yeah.
What? What do you mean?
You ready to do some drinking tonight, Julie?
Get that,
Oh, yeah.
Get the Yeti
Yeah.
cup.
Yeah, I got my Yeti cup.
Boy,
to go to the block party.
Tonight they should just rename the holiday like Yeti Ween. Like it's just moms are in their bag tonight.
How has Yeti not gotten in on this branding? Time to celebrate Yeti Ween. That also sounds weird.
Yeah, it does.
Anything with Ween.
Anything with ween. You don't like anything with
Yeah.
ween is what you're saying.
Yeah, it sounds weird. You can't just throw ween onto a word and make it sound
So
normal.
we have you on today's, I guess this is the first edition of, what is it called? The Big Giant Thursday Mailbag. It's not on Friday like everyone else does it? Or what is it called, Blake?
You named it.
Oh. I don't know. Blake told me the other day. But it's like I want to do a mailbag. Like every day, it just seems like a lot. But what if we just do kind of like a one-day Big Giant Extravaganza mail Thursday, not Friday, because everybody else does it on Friday.
The Thursday viewer mail follow-up extravaganza inclement fossil thing.
Ow.
Well, how does inclement fossil make sense? Why did I say that?
We were talking about fossil words or phrases or whatever.
Man, I do make sense.
I don't think that makes any sense.
Anyway, so it's a very follow-up. As I look throughout these, very Jake heavy.
Yeah. He's a hot commode right now.
Jake is a hot commode. But we're going to say this.
Everybody wants a piece of Jake right now.
Incredible mailbag is brought to us by a brand new bit. Now, I don't know if everybody knows this. Do you know this, Stephanie? That there's someone named Stephanie in here, Julie. Say hi to Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie. What's up?
Not much.
Yeah, she's just hanging out with her friend Tabitha. It's their birthdays or something. They're like best friends.
Oh, that's cute. Is it stinky in there, Stephanie?
No.
Okay, good. It's cleaned up for you.
Doesn't smell like salmon.
Tabitha, do you want to sit on the couch?
I keep asking her.
Don't do it, Tabitha. Don't do it.
Move to the floor.
Tabitha's sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
Don't sit
Back?
on Blake's casting couch.
Yeah,
It's
it is
not
Blake's
mine.
catching. Anyway, we're going to say this is brought to you by like a new bit that Julie is doing in sales for our show. Julie sells advertising for our show and for the Mom Game, which apparently is some other podcast that I guess Emily Jones is on it. I'm not sure. I'm just getting this information now.
Right. Yeah. You're close. You're close.
But it is a special holiday presentation, right? Like you're selling a bit for holidays.
Yeah, I've got my PowerPoint presentation right here. If you all could just give me about 20 minutes of your time, I promise to make this short and sweet, and then maybe we can go have a glass of wine afterwards, shoot the breeze.
Dude, I'm looking at this PowerPoint thing.
Yeah, because you're supposed to in sales, you're supposed to present and have all these decks made and all that. And
But I remember the very few times they'd ever let us see this at the ticket.
Mm-hmm.
I would always think it's really funny because it's like the thing I typed up for Bruce like the weekend before I got to the ticket.
Yeah.
Like in the year 2000. Like it was forever ago. And I'm like, this is what you use? I've been here now 15 years. I've been here this is what you... And so I'm looking at what they do. They're trying to sell us. And so let's say you've never heard of us. And now you're looking at, what is this? Oh, the Dumb Zone. It says host snapshot. Dan McDowell, 25 years as host on #1 rated KTCK. Originally from Cleveland, Ohio. That's it. That's my whole bio.
Why even include that you're from Cleveland?
Jake Kemp, 15 years at #1 rated KTCK. Current contributor to D Magazine Sports. Originally from North Richland Hills, Texas.
Can't even give me Fort Worth.
I mean, that's all true, right? Where do you want to be from? Y'all write your own dang bios and send them to us, and we'll use them.
I don't... This is what everybody knows about us, though? This is the only thing that somebody could come up with.
Witty.
Blake Jones.
Witty, charitable, relatable, insightful.
Blake Jones, it doesn't say what Blake Jones does.
You guys don't
And in fact, all this stuff is like what we used to do. It's not like, hey,
remember when you
how
knew
about kicking ass, killing it now with
remember when
daily
anybody
shows?
cared about them? Well, that's
Blake
not
Jones'
now.
previous
That's
experience
not-
includes
What would you like
broadcast
to
team for
purchase?
TCU football, Big 12, and Argyle High School football.
Yeah.
Like
Generic.
it's not anything what
Hey,
you do
I got
now.
news for you. Julie, 5th grade, I want to say. 5th grade, I won best dressed in my elementary. Senior
That
year of high
deserves to be in there.
Senior year of high school at prom, finished runner up for best looking in my class.
My gosh, runner up? Who won?
To be fair, there was an extremely handsome black guy in our class, and it wasn't close. I was not upset with the decision.
Okay. All right. Okay.
How about put that on there?
Yeah. Well, send it over.
How about successfully completed rehab? How about?
It's very relatable. A lot of people are coming up to
folks.
And then look how it doesn't even have our website right. It says dumbzone.co.
I don't even know what you're looking at.
The PowerPoint thing that Kelly sent to all of us.
Okay,
in
the one from
the No Puppet email.
Yeah. Okay, I got it now.
Take a look at that. It's like page 2.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't have our website right.
I did not make that thing. But
now we'll pass the buck on to certainly somebody else must be to blame. You're right here, Julie.
You know I'm not making decks. I can't do that. I'm not that talented when it comes to whatever PowerPoint or whatever they're using, Photoshop. But what I do like to do is go tell people about you guys and see who's interested in becoming part of the fun. And it's been a fun experience for me. And I mean, pretty successful so far. Y'all are pretty easy to sell, despite all the self-deprecating jokes.
I was from Cleveland.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all you have to tell people.
Yeah.
And then send them to a website that's not ours.
The initial deck you show is not everything about you or anything to make people laugh or whatever. That's it's just interesting. I'm learning a lot about this whole world, right? Sometimes you're pitching to the shop next door that is a big fan. Sometimes you're pitching to a big giant client and they don't know you guys. So we have to kind of toe the line of how we describe you. Because if somebody knows Dan and Jake and Blake and in the Dumb Zone, it's pretty easy. And they can visualize themselves as being a part of your brand. But if they don't, that's where it's you're right. It is kind of difficult to explain. And we're like, well, it's called the Dumb Zone. And then they're like, well, tell us more. Well, it's a part of No Puppet Productions. And they're like, what does No Puppet mean? And you're like, well, so let's move on.
Jake was wasted watching a Cowboy game.
It starts with the big man, not me, but yeah.
Yeah.
You're have you heard of Trump?
So what you're trying to sell is Christmas list for
well.
dummies.
Pitch.
Wait, you're going to call our deplorable listeners dummies?
Mm-hmm. Do y'all really call them DFs, or is that what they call themselves?
I don't know.
I feel like it's aggressive.
We just call people people, but yes, if you want to put dumb fucks on the sales.
I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to. I think it's too aggressive. Some people get very scared of the F word.
Yeah.
Pussies.
Me included.
But
we should tweet this out because it's funny too. There's a picture, it's a thing where you buy advertising, you get it's like a Christmas thing, right? It's for now is this geared towards lady stuff?
Yeah.
Or can guy-based stuff? Because it's the men can buy this stuff for their women.
Yeah, because
their women,
I don't know,
because we own our women. If we are
don't own
lucky
your
enough.
women, but hopefully you buy them things. I mean, it's just kind of part of the deal.
That's why they have to. That's why they have to vote the same way as you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big thing right now.
I can't believe that they let us vote. It's just insane.
The trad wife has to vote for the same way as their husband?
Yeah, that guy on Fox News was like, yeah, if they vote for someone else and lie to you, that's the same as cheating. And I agree.
On the trad
I agree,
wife
yeah.
thing?
So that means, you voted differently? Well, then I can...
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same as...
my lady.
It's the same as cheating. I'm allowed to...
Jeez, that's crazy.
Yeah.
No, but
But for spots on our show and for a buying guide thing that we'll send you to on the website, right?
Yeah.
Discounts.
So it's basically like a package like we would normally sell, but when you buy on...
But it's got the word Christmas in it.
The Dumb Zone. It's like a holiday.
By the way, not holiday, Christmas.
That's right.
You want to be Christmas guys, not holiday guys?
Yes.
All right. You're putting your foot down?
Only Christmas.
Uh-huh.
You're not scared to celebrate Christ?
That's right.
No.
Okay. All right. Good.
Not like that
I like
mom
Christmas
game.
Too. Do what?
Trying to take the Christ out of Christmas. But I like the little picture on there, too, because it's got a black guy and a white guy. Look. We cover everybody.
Stock image
We're
search
very
happening.
diverse.
And they got like
Yeah.
a Christmas present there.
Look, diversity.
Yeah, that's what we're all
Work with
about.
us.
It's like
yeah.
a community college brochure.
Oh God. Well. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, there is a holiday gift guide that we thought would be a good way to make shopping for your spouse or your mother-in-law or your friend or your girlfriend or whatever.
Everything geared towards women. Ooh.
It is
Your
geared
side
towards
piece. It's
women.
really hard
Your
to shop
side
for
piece.
her because she knows on Christmas Day you're going to be with your wife and family.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so you have to kind of treat her extra special this year, guys.
Side pieces always get like the better gifts, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You're still in that courting phase. You're not like old and jaded and like, oh, I could give her whatever and she's not going to go anywhere because we're married.
Right.
So this could be for your side piece if you so
right.
desire. But
All
I don't
right.
endorse that. I endorse you buying presents for your wife and your wife only.
Unless she votes differently than you.
True.
Well, yeah.
Then
what
you
are
have to
gonna
have
do?
a side piece.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so basically, if you buy a sponsorship with the Dumb Zone beginning of November, then you can be put on our holiday gift guide. So it is kind of targeted towards female, clients, businesses, that kind of things that females would frequent.
Like what?
Like we work with Kendra Scott, for example, on the Mom Game. And I think they're going to do some.
What about a
business.
mani-pedi place?
Ooh, yeah.
Mani-pedi would be good. Med spas. I had.
What about a tattoo
med spa
parlor?
this morning? Tattoo parlor. Yeah. if
Everybody
your
gets
wife is into
tattoos nowadays. Are you
tattoos.
guys hitting up all the tattoo parlors?
No.
Don't
I'm
you think
not.
we should?
Do you think they advertise? I think.
Shouldn't they?
I don't know. If you give someone a tattoo, aren't you kind of advertising for yourself that way? Then they just walk all around and
Well, they
someone's
don't.
like,
They typically don't just tattoo the name of the shop.
right. But if it looks really good, then I'm sure people will say, "Where'd you get that done?"
How much is a tattoo?
Right?
Depends. Mine, the one I have was like $650.
650. The big one on your back?
No, it's
on
like
the
from
small of your back.
armpit to waist.
No, the bullseye was about $75.
Do you have a tramp
Yeah,
stamp,
you-
Julie?
and you paid for it.
I know. I wanted it.
Yeah.
Julie, do you have a tramp stamp?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
For real?
It's a pumpkin.
I can't tell if she's
can't
joking.
tell.
I think
No,
she's
she
joking.
doesn't.
Like I could see that
Yeah, it's a
happening.
pumpkin.
I could see her doing that because she loves pumpkin
Like it's kind of,
spice
it's
season.
like it's the tramp stamp is like kind of party, but also the pumpkin is like kind of a huge dork, and she's both. It's like somehow.
Yeah, that's pretty much me. That's what my bio would say.
It somehow works.
I'm kind of party, but kind of a huge dork.
Anyway, so call Julie.
never
Or wait,
know.
how do they get a hold of Julie?
Yeah, you only asked about tattoo places. What about like love equipment?
Love equipment,
Yeah,
like
the
yeah,
braider?
like some toys or whatever.
sure.
Yeah, you could definitely.
I will
dill?
have achieved. There's so much more than that, dude. I will have achieved
Wow.
the peak,
This guy
as
can
it were,
teach us.
as it were, of our existence if we start advertising for one of those places.
Like an
my
F
gosh.
swing?
We did that at the Freak. Kavanaugh had that account, and he'd just walk into work with freaking dildos.
Well, why
What's
don't you
wrong
head
with
over
that?
there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would literally exit the studio when he'd start to do those live spots. I couldn't even handle it. But they would give him
She
shipments
could name
of
it
just
Little
free
Jake.
stuff.
You
Do
can name
what?
Electric Jake.
I think what they're buying would be called Big Jake.
Okay. Gosh, a lot of
Yeah.
commentary on Jake's wiener.
Well, you're right. We should target some places like that because I think they make a lot of money. and
I
they
don't
have
need
money to
commission.
spend.
That's a
Yeah.
free one.
Where do you want people to email?
Sales@dumbzone.com. I
You
believe
sure it's not
that's-
dumbzone.co? Because here on the thing it says
Don't make it
dumbzone.
any
You're
more
attacking
confusing.
me, and I have nothing to do with this piece of paper that you're looking at. But
Sales
I
at dumbzone.com.
I can take it up the ladder, Dan. I'll run it up the ladder for you. How about that?
All right.
But yeah, sales@dumbzone.com, and that kind of like goes to everybody. And then, of course, if you want to holler at me about it, you know where to find me everywhere. Really easy to find these days
Oh,
on
yeah.
social media. I'm totally like pimping myself out all the time because that's my job now. So
All right.
yeah, but it'll be fun. And then we're just going to have
No.
a list on the website, on the Dumb Zone website. This also is something we're doing for the Mom Game. So you can just go to the Dumb Zone website, click on the
How will
holiday
that be
gift
fun?
list and
You
see
say this will
what
be
to buy your
fun.
people.
What's going to be fun about it?
She's rolling.
All right, I'll just let her go. All right, I want to read some viewer mails. The big weekend, what is it, fossil mail thing.
You'll never remember this.
It is the...
Never gonna.
Sean emails, at the risk of giving someone more ammo, metaphorically, another name for tactical parking is combat parking. This is back-end parking. Remember last week?
Yeah.
Somebody was supporting my parking of choice. What do you do, Julie? Back end or front end?
I don't back in. I front in. Was it Emily supporting you? It probably was.
No, this is a guy named Sean who emails us. Oh, this is a 690 scene. He says, I know this from my days as an Army paperwork officer where I would never, ever have been in actual combat. Actually, I don't know if it's 690 scene.
Okay. Well, yeah, Emily also backs in.
I think it is.
And I told her she needed to connect with you to talk about that.
Ooh, we should connect.
Yeah.
Me and Emily.
Mm-hmm.
Kind
of rare.
Watching the Mavs, this is from Jay, watching the Mavs and wondering the Dumb Zone's opinion on the roster seems like a bunch of griffies. So let's ask Mr. Mav.
I'll give you...
Do you think Luke is a griffy?
No.
Yeah, I think he's ready to party.
Yeah.
Derek Lively seems griffy-ish.
Yep, so does, Dwight Powell.
Kyrie, certainly not. Although now he's...
Nowadays he might be, right?
Man.
Yeah, he's kind of family guy. He's at one with the earth.
To be honest, he was never really party guy.
How do we know? Do we know
He's just
that?
a weird guy.
He's just weird.
Yeah, okay, maybe he's a... yeah. But if something weird happened, like a scandal, it's not like we'd be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
Clay.
Clay seems pretty boring.
I'm going to have to go, while very weird, Griffey. Now, I'd keep my eyes on Dinwiddie.
I've got an eye on him.
I love him though, man.
But Brunson's a Griffey. When he was here, that was a real...
Yeah.
Maxey's a Griffey.
Powell.
I said Powell, but Griffey.
Oh, you did? All right.
But back to Maxey, though. You sure?
Why?
He seems pretty straight to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just... I feel like he...
The whole German thing?
Yeah, it's just always been suspect.
This entitled Jam or Jelly.
In particular, I think it starts at the top. One level up, their coach would never be involved in any sort of a scandal, especially involving a female. That would never happen.
A follow-up here on Jam or Jelly. This is from Tyler. We got a similar one from Porter. He says, since Blake had some trouble with the difference between jam and jelly on the charcuterie discussion on yesterday's SOD, I want to provide a quick breakdown that Blake and the DF Nation could use to determine the difference.
Why would this ever be helpful?
The primary difference between jam and jelly is that I cannot jelly my wiener up Blake's butt.
Yep, I had a feeling that was where we were headed.
I need a warning next time.
Go ahead. Read the PS. Oh, does he not compliment the boys? Otherwise, I don't know why you're reading this.
Oh, okay.
I figured there was some draw of how this email got read on the show.
Yeah, on your Google alert.
Otherwise, I don't know if dad jokes are good enough for this segment. I don't know.
Oh, damn, son.
It was a dirty dad joke, at least.
It was a dirty dad joke.
Yeah, let's write down.
I thought the wiener up your
alley.
butt would really sway you, Blake, but I guess not.
That's hilarious.
Oh, Blake doesn't like it. Tension. This is great.
This is a follow-up after we were talking about the Rangers' former, maybe even current, scouting director?
Kip Fagg.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Kip Fagg, Julie. Have you heard of him?
I have, yeah.
Says, hey,
I
Dan.
have to say his name in tickers sometimes, and I'd be like...
Why?
Grow up.
Why was it funny?
Kip? Because of Napoleon Dynamite?
Do what?
Because of Kip and Napoleon Dynamite?
Is that why you're laughing at
that's
that
why.
name?
The name Kip is hilarious. I couldn't get through it whenever I had to read it.
Well, Nolan writes, the athletic director for UT Arlington is John Fagg. I had the opportunity to ask John if there was a relation, and he confirmed there was not. So, there you go. Via John Fagg, it was confirmed no relation to Kip from Day 2 Nolan.
2 G's
So
and everything?
We have 2 fags in the area?
You need to relax.
We were just talking last week, Julie, about how we always wanted to book Kip Fag, but then whatever question we had to start with the word "it." Right after we identified him.
A little reset.
Yeah.
And so
Kip, CUNT action or whatever.
Kip Faggot.
What are you saying?
Like you're
Julie?
focusing on pitching.
It comes
this
from the
offseason.
from the same line of comedy. Putting sounds together, putting letters together to make bad words.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you're just describing art.
Tony says, I need to point out the Whoop step counter has been wildly inaccurate since it was added as a feature. It's well documented on Reddit. So Jake should cool it with his step count, because Jake is always bragging about how his steps are so much higher than mine.
I did tell you guys that the steps are in beta when it first started.
Like it. Like I'm trying to figure out beta. I like
It's
how you
not-
just throw that in. It's like it's not really debuted yet, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Where
I mean, I
it's
think they definitely have stuff to work out. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
I'm at 6065. Hold on. Now it's 6066.
Okay, well, see, this does kind of make sense, though, because it says, like, for if you run a 10-minute mile, it's 1670. If you run a 12-minute mile, it's 1950. And I will run, like, if I run 5 miles, I usually run it at a 10 to 11 mile pace. And
Look
it
at
will
5 mile guy. Damn.
It only took me a month, dude. If you just start, you can do it.
That's
I
not true.
could run 1 mile consecutively when I got to treatment. Because I hadn't really worked out in like 9 months. So, but that would say if I run
I need
five,
to go to treatment.
If I run 5 miles
while
at
you were
10 and a
there,
half
Jake?
minutes, what's up?
In that 1 month, like you went from 1 mile to 5 miles.
When I left, I was at 4, and then by like a week and a half later, I was at 5. I do 5 twice a week, and then 3 the other 2 other days.
Actually, this next email is entitled Jake's Journey.
Oh, lame.
Dear Captain Camel Toe Cannibal.
Oh my God. Cannibal is like a bottom 5 word for me.
That's a great visual, though, right there.
Great?
I don't know. Very creative.
It is.
Camel toes, bottom 5 word for me.
You don't hear it often. I heard it kind of in the wild the other day. I was like, ladies still say that?
It's terrible.
You ever get caught with one of those, Julie? Like in a
What?
picture, you're like, oh, God damn it.
Ever been caught with one of those, Julie?
Yeah. It's
No,
so
I don't hear ladies say that very often in the wild. Really, we don't talk like that.
It's so great to hear that Jake is doing well with his sobriety. I knew something was wrong when he claimed that a dental hygienist and Jeff Kavanaugh would make a better 1-2 combo in flag football than Lamar Jackson and Tyreek Hill. Then on today's sode, he said the ringer on his flag football team is a former XFL tackle football player. This is the clear-headed logic of a sober man.
Wait, what was the last? What did I screw up on the second one?
He said it's good.
Oh.
He said that is logical. You're saying a tackle football player is great at flag football.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what he's now saying. You're sober and you're clear-headed, and now
Yeah.
you are speaking truth. And then he ends it with, besides, we all know that A-Train from the Amazon Prime
God
hit show The Boys would be
bless.
the obvious number 1 overall draft pick from Matt.
I gotta say, I think I might be more convicted about the flag football take now than I was before, though. I just hope we get to see it. And no, I don't want to put a dental hygienist out there to be covered by
That's what you said.
J.C. Horn.
Fellas, this one is this has a couple different things. Finishing yesterday's sode, I want to see what other forms of nepotism there might be in the front office. Not sure if you all knew about this, but this scouting intern made me gasp. So he heard us talking about Spalding.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows Shy Anderson is he showed me the pictures here. Shy Anderson is a scouting assistant. And then below him, scouting intern Josh Brent.
Oh.
Yeah, he's been around for a while.
Who has quite the Kemp spin.
They've employed him the whole time, even whenever they had to tase him at that Wendy's. He had
What?
he had
I
a
don't know this story.
serious.
Well, I don't remember tasing Wendy's. I remember, killing a teammate.
Yeah.
That seems like that would be the one you'd
Well, yeah, I thought that one was
pull
pretty.
out first. Oh, two
But
hours.
like that's like if you're into a band.
Okay, like you don't want to hear
cool,
American
Freebird?
Pie.
Yeah, awesome.
You don't always play the hits.
Yeah, here we go. Former Dallas Cowboys defensive lineman Josh Brent was arrested Sunday for alleged public intoxication and resisting arrest at a Wendy's parking lot in Coppell.
Gosh, you're so good.
He
with these
apparently
things.
yelled, "Google me, I'm a cowboy."
Nice.
Oh no.
I got bad news, Josh Brent. That's not the first thing that comes up when I Google you. Rare time where that might not help you out.
The list also says he was tased while in his underwear.
He was.
Well, we're all wearing underwear.
Fucking Wendy's, though, man. I love Wendy's. I hadn't been to Wendy's in a minute.
$1 soft drinks now?
You think they let him eat? Like get his order?
It's like, look, he ordered,
He paid for it.
Yeah.
Jack, this is Jack who's writing about Josh Brent. Also, he says, one other thing. I need a dentist to weigh in on when to floss. My mind is in a blender each night trying to decide, do I floss before or after brushing? Which had me thinking.
I mean, the answer is before, but I don't always do it.
You think? Okay.
No, well, who knows? That stuff changes all the time, it feels like. But I've heard that said by 7 out of 10 dentists.
However, when you are at the dentist, they do
That's true.
the polishing and all that kind of stuff first, and then they top you off with a floss.
That's true.
Yeah, I was going to say after brushing. Seems like you get all the crud out, and then the flossing gets what's left.
And then he says the Dumb Zone is great, much like the Amazon Prime original, The Boys. You ever seen The Boys, Julie?
No, I haven't.
Ladies
You love
don't
it?
like superhero stuff as much.
My wife is into
True.
it.
That's probably part of the reason they consistently are considered smarter.
We don't dumb ourselves down with superhero stuff?
Yeah, and I mean, I don't either, so I'm an ally.
Okay, good. Yeah, I've never really been into superhero stuff.
And finally, let me bring this up. Dear Fupa Führer.
Fupa.
I'm a day 17, number 4131. I figured I would give you all a couple weeks to hit your stride before I started paying. On September 29th, it was my Donald Trump's first presidential term minus 2002 Richland Rebels senior receiver Jake Kemp birthday. I've been mentioned on a few sods, but I'd like to use my brief belated birthday platform to address the most recent time I was mentioned from the August MBR. Quote, Jake has a buddy who he thought backed up his rock album. I'm going to need the record to be
backed up his rock album?
I think you were saying that you had a buddy who thought he backed it up, meaning he did not. And that's why you couldn't find it or something.
Okay.
Because you were like in a band?
Is it not just Breivik?
He says, I need the record to be corrected for posterity to say that Jake has a buddy who did back up his rock album.
Hell yeah, it's not my album.
Attached, you will find the 10 tracks from the 2003 debut album of 5 Minute Stranger.
Hell yeah.
Meet Me in Mexico. So the name of the album is Meet Me in Mexico?
That sounds right.
The name of the band?
5 Minute Stranger, yeah, for sure. But he wrote, I can't really claim the title. But
this is from Breivik. He says, I entrust you with this, with a few requests. One,
don't make fun of me, I'm the singer.
Under no circumstances should this album be played within earshot of either of the Roast twins.
Oh, no, for sure do it.
Wants to
Look,
hide from them.
My voice isn't on it. I wish it were for content purposes, but I'm free and clear here. This is a cell phone on Brev's part.
He does say that he does go into don't rip the lyrics too much and all that kind of stuff. But I thought, let's listen to a little of it. And the thing is, when I was listening to this morning...
Was this 2002, I think, right?
He says 03, debut album, so maybe you were in the lab in 2002.
Yeah, right, yeah. The first one takes the longest.
When listening to this, I thought, this isn't that fun to make fun of, because it's not, the It's not terrible.
The quality is so bad. Oh, I remember this song.
God, this is such in that era.
Yeah, this is all we did.
Bad.
I thought it was
actually Brevik's voice sounds good. The lyrics might be lame, but
I thought it was giving Bowling for Soup.
I shouldn't have said that. I take it back. It's not my vibe. It
his
doesn't mean
voice
it's
sounds
bad.
good. Hey, Brev, you brought it.
Okay, so this song is called Different. I have notes on each song.
Dude, our bass player was good. Shout out to Heath.
What'd you play?
Guitar.
So this song is
So two guitar, one bass, singer, and drummer.
He's upset that his girl wants some strange. Basically, that's what the song is all about. Like, how come you want somebody different and all that kind of stuff. So it's called Different.
Okay.
This one is called I Love the Radio. But
look at the dueling guitars.
the
right
lyrics
there.
indicate that they're very upset that radio stations are too repetitive.
I think I kind of remember this one. I don't think I could play these anymore. Oh shit! I remember the pre-chorus.
Awesome.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah,
he's tired of hearing the same
Yeah.
song all the time.
That's good.
This next one is called
This makes me so happy.
The Marching Song, parentheses, Live For.
Live For.
Now, this is an upbeat song that at the first is about how depressed he is.
Oh, I like this one. Man, he knew what he was doing.
Very Bowling for Soup, right?
Yeah,
No?
I mean, I guess,
You
but
guys
that's
aren't feeling
because
that?
that's not like
was
an attack.
thinking-
That's like the only band of this era you know.
Yeah, maybe that's
Whereas,
it.
like, to me, they were like lame. Very lame.
I don't know why I get a Pixies vibe, but I do.
Well, that's like a real band. So, thank you.
So the
But I
way
was
the
a huge
lyrics
fan
go,
of the
though,
Pixies.
it's upbeat sounding, and it's about how depressed I am, but ultimately he finds something in life to live for, but it is unstated exactly what that is. It's not really saying that it's a woman, and a lot of these songs are about girls.
I don't recall. If I did, I'd tell you.
I think he found out, he discovered masturbation.
Oh, okay. Maybe. I mean, most of us were jerking off well before then, but could have been something you
Late
wrote from
bloomer.
the perspective of like when you were 12.
Where was this recorded?
So we won a battle of the bands, and it was over, if my memory serves me correct, like in sort of the design district area, what it is now in Dallas. We won like 10 hours, and they had some guy in there who's a real engineer producer. And he
It sounds great.
Shut up. You're a jerk.
I didn't mean it like I.
This
like,
sounds terrible. The engineering is
as
so
far as
bad.
the mix. I don't. What's wrong with it?
It's not good.
This is
I
called
guess-
Meet Me in Mexico. He's
can't
floating
tell.
the idea of moving to Mexico with a chick. Maybe he's floating it to the chick. Like, hey, what if we just got out of here?
Yeah, you know, obviously this is you don't name the album after that unless it's a banger, right?
Yeah, that's the title track. This is, well, let me jump up to the lyrics. This is called
Oh, I like this one.
Nevermore.
Yeah, people actually used to get pretty rowdy to this one.
Some mosh pit stuff.
Yeah.
This is a song directed at my parents saying I'm not going to college just yet. Oh, no, that's not yet. Sorry, this is, I jumped ahead. Nevermore it's about a chick. Everything's about a chick, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that one's about a chick. Not Yet is about upset with your parents.
How many songs did we do?
This is 10. Number 7 is called Pissing You Off, and this is about, again, it's about, Breivik must have had a lot of girlfriends.
I think we all did that left.
Yeah, that you broke up with, because he's sorry that he's pissing her off all the time, and he's just wanting to know what he could say that's going to make it all right.
You're right about what you know, Dan.
It's rock star life for you.
I like this one.
Tough being a rock star. ladies just
Like
throw
I know we're
themselves
meant
at
to be
you.
type thing.
That guitar, actually, I don't hate the sound of that.
Sitting here crying.
The
This
distortion
is
on the
called.
voice,
It's
I
so
can do it.
sad. Everyone's
Again,
so
there's
sad.
a song called Remember. This is to a girl imploring her to not forget the honeymoon phase of our relationship. Things didn't always suck.
Oh.
That's basically what this song is about. Hold on, let me jump ahead.
I can't believe we actually recorded all these. Yep, that'll come
Oh
up.
my god, this is amazing.
There's one called Rich and High, which seems to be a deceiving title. It's aimed at parents and authorities. Okay, I'll play the end of the song.
I believe that might be some sort of a play on Richland High.
Oh. It's all about school.
Yeah.
Are we all very anti-parent?
I remain anti.
Okay, here's the end of the song.
As
But
a
you
parent.
are a parent.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you're just leaving Richland High. That's where you're leaving.
Yeah.
And then the last one is called You I Want, which is very much giving Stalker. It's like Every Breath You Take. You ever hear that song?
Yeah, yeah. It didn't hit me the first time I heard it, I don't think. but-
Right. Same with this one. I had to listen to it again. And then it's kind of like, I want you, and I don't care that you don't want me.
It's gonna like Trump said the other day. I don't care if the women want it. I don't hate the music, and I don't hate his voice. Our lyrics just suck. Oh, we're headed into some dangerous territory.
So basically, you can leave me. It doesn't matter. I will never leave you, and I'll be outside your window.
Yeah,
You'll look
that's
outside,
tough.
and
That's not good. I'm in the background going, I'm just playing the guitar. That's awesome. That makes me so happy to know that exists. Also, really makes me happy to know it exists because the last 5 times I've asked him in the last 6 months or 3 months, he's like, man, I'm going to keep looking for it. You had it the whole time.
He just mailed this to me like a month ago.
Okay, well, I'd asked him, like, I know you
When
have
you were in
this.
the hab.
He's very good at organizing and archiving things, and I kept asking, like, we want this on the show, we want it. And he'd be like, I don't know, man. Don't know, I'm going to keep looking. He knew what to do.
He's in on the bit.
I'm not ashamed of that.
Like I
It
said,
actually sounds
I
pretty
couldn't
good.
play it and like just make fun of how bad Jake is at guitar. Like it's not like Groob's playing
Under the Bridge.
Yeah, you know, it's like that's what I wanted.
Yeah. Now, if my voice were on it, I would be profoundly embarrassed. But
I
he was
wish
a
it
good
was.
he was a good singer. Like, he was choir guy.
But obviously,
He had to go sing to old people at old folks' homes.
Did he sing those songs to old people?
No.
Trouble with the ladies, though. Clearly, you guys, trouble with the ladies. You don't like authority.
Again, I didn't write the songs.
All sad.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I was doing fine, man.
It's
That's-
very like teenage dirtbaggy.
Yeah, we were not thrilled with. You have to know, like I was wearing a T-shirt with George Bush with a Hitler mustache on it.
Oh wow,
Like,
you were
this was
aggressive.
a very volatile time. Like the music we were listening to was
Yeah, you
very
released your feelings
anti-establishment.
via your T-shirts back in the day.
What are you dressing up as, Julie?
I don't know, I'm tired, Mom. I'm not really dressing
Here we
up.
go.
Oh,
her and Blake.
Just like Blake. Blake's going out just wearing a T-shirt.
I mean,
a
I have
jackass.
like 3 costumes I had to curate between my 2 kids. Oh, and a dog costume. So that's about all the energy I had to give to costumes.
My dog's in the mix too.
Yeah.
What do we got?
Yeah.
We had a little
What
bee outfit for our dog.
Oh,
That's awesome. What's the
He's already black, yeah.
the animal in Frozen's name? I can't remember. The moose
like
or
Olaf?
No,
Moose? Yeah, make him a moose.
What's the name of what's the snowman's name then? That's Olaf.
The snowman.
The snowman's Olaf.
Yeah, but like the
snowman's an animal. No, that's a weird question.
That's the weirdest thing you've ever said.
The question stopped me down.
It's a reindeer.
A snowman's not a human.
What is its name?
Let me think.
The dog is
the man that rides on the reindeer. Sven's reindeer. But I'm forgetting the reindeer.
Kristoff?
Wait, Kristoff is
I thought Kristoff is the man.
Yeah, Kristoff is the man.
Don't you know this stuff, Blake?
Maybe it's Sven.
We don't watch Frozen with boys.
No, my boy watches Cars.
Yeah, no, your boy just watches like the '96 Atlanta Olympics to see when the gymnastics team pulled off the big
the 2024 because the floor routine was set to Lindsey Sterling.
Nice.
He won up me.
We have my dog's gonna be a Barbie aerobics or like aerobic Barbie.
I like it. Now is that an animal?
The dog or the aerobics or the aerobics Barbie?
Barbie is an animal. Yeah.
Sales at
okay, Julie.
Amazon.co.
Thanks for joining us, Julie.
A good question. Is a snowman an animal? It's not like a simple question. Not a gimme. The snowman has never been grouped into any sort of human versus animal versus whatever.
God. This is who's handling our sales. This is what we have.
Why we're a mess.
We're such a mess. Why'd y'all let me do anything?
All right, Julie. We love you.
All right, guys.
Goodbye.
Love y'all back. Have fun. Bye.
Bye. All right. There's viewer mail. There's Julie.
The Dumb Zone.
Jake Kemp wants you to believe that he is a man of great character, but you can tell a lot about someone by the company they keep. Jake hangs out with drug abusers.
All in the game.
Hell, Jake Kemp's own father is a well-known soda thief.
Put that shit back.
And worst of all, Jake Kemp has been longtime friends and co-hosts a podcast with a known Hitler enthusiast.
Dass ich mich in diesen Jahren für dich eingesetzt habe, dass ich anständig meine Zeit...
Let's face it, Jake Kemp sucks. This November, vote for Dan McDowell.
Paid for by Big Salmon, LLC.
If you walk through the garden, you better watch your back.
You're listening to The Dumb Zone.
So, Julie was pimping something or trying to get something going on our website. If you do go to our website, you can go to dumbzone.com.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got that promo codes tab up there. What you'll check out there is all the places that have promo codes set up with us, including Lone Star Beer. They have awesome merch. So you can buy Lone Star Beer merch at lonestarbeer.com. Use the code DUMBZONE21 to get 21% off your merchandise. You must be over 21 or over to purchase. Lone Star Beer, the national beer of Texas, 140 years of brewing in Texas. They're a big-time partner of ours here on the old DZ. You'll see their logo up there on DZ TV and whatnot. So they're great. They're great to work with. They sponsor our watching parties. Our next watching party is actually going to be...
I was about to say.
The election.
Lone Star will be involved.
We will watch the election with Lone Star Beer to either celebrate or be upset. That's what's great about Lone Star Beer. They can help you in either case.
Oh, yeah. Let's finish the read.
No, you say whatever you want.
Yeah, I don't know. Celebrate. I don't know. It's just going to be fun.
Yeah,
no matter what happens, we're going to be having a good time.
Yeah, anytime we do something here, sometimes the Cowboys win, sometimes, very rarely the Cowboys win, sometimes they lose, but either way, you want to have some nice Lone Star Beer. Personally, I go with the blue can.
Me? I like the red.
I'm a blue state.
Me? I like the merch.
That's right. See, Lone Star Beer has something for everybody in this conversation. Lone Star Beer, Lone Star Light, and Lone Star merch. Oh, by the way, don't want anybody to not have.
Oh,
this.
Yeah, I felt naked.
So this is what we will call football, the football portion of the program. And we're going to have a couple of guys jump on with us here at some point as well. But we can start in all kinds of places. Oh, how about Cowboy conspiracy? Let's start with the Cowboys. As we didn't really mention this at all after the game. I heard some talk about it, but kind of thought it was silly. But then actually heard David Moore on the ticket saying, I'm not a conspiracy guy, but just saying, maybe. The thought that Rico Dowdle wasn't actually sick and that they sat him out on purpose to let Dalvin Cook get a little play, I still think it's silly. Don't you? But I guess Rico Dowdle, as you know, was scratched from the game like minutes before they were to, hand in the what's that list called? The inactives. And apparently afterwards, people were citing the fact that, hey, he was mingling with fans and signing autographs before the game. And then all of a sudden, he's got the flu so bad that he's too sick to even be active. The reason I don't think it holds a lot of weight is Deuce Vaughn was on the active roster. Like, why would he be up? Because he doesn't do anything.
No, he doesn't.
If he's not going to be a running back, and he didn't get any carries, did he?
No.
So why?
And also, I guess just the idea of like, well, why couldn't Zeke be the one who would sit down? Oh, well, because that's never going to happen.
Well, that's a whole nother problem with the Cowboys that you signed a guy just to kind of be a mascot.
I would also think, and I don't know how this works, but I would also think that Rico Dowdle could report to the Players Association and be like, what is this? They're telling me they're going to list me as sick and I'm not?
Yeah.
Like
That's why I think it's silly.
Yeah.
Especially Rico Dowdle coming off what is probably his best game.
Yeah.
The Pittsburgh game.
Definitely
so why even would the Cowboys want to do that? If you think I'm going to be playing San Francisco, who they're going to try ball control and all, the
whole thing is pretty weird, but I don't have a great answer for you.
You've heard it though, right?
Yeah, and I thought your other one was going to be people are sending us is it Comstock, the natural gas company, Comstock?
Yeah.
That lost a lot of money or something?
Like Jerry's really taking a bath on that.
Oh, stock-wise, so that's why he's not spending cash on free agents and
and just the general
trades?
Like no cash that they're one of the lowest teams in cash spending every year.
Can't he take a bath in one area but still be?
Yeah, but those guys don't look at that way.
That's probably why they're good at business.
Yep, probably so.
And we're not.
And then a little bit more Cowboys controversy stuff. We, of course, thoroughly reviewed the Mike Leslie, Trayvon Diggs situation, which, by the way, as I was watching baseball last night, I did, at least briefly, because I'm a complete egomaniac, but honestly it's because my wife thinks it's cool, I flipped it over to DZ TV on Channel 27.
How's it looking?
It looks amazing.
Yeah, Blake does a great job with that, man.
I was told by my wife that
I think Michael's helping,
I
too.
could never start wearing a hat because it would look too weird because the three of us are right in a row on the screen like at most of the time, and you guys are both wearing like black hats. She's like, you can't ever get into being a hat guy.
Why? Dan does it. You should do it, too.
Well, that's the thing is that she's like, it would look funny if all three of you guys just had a hat on. But the real thing I learned is that you can say this on the radio, not just a podcast. You can say it on the radio, but you can't say D's nuts on TV.
Didn't want to risk it.
Oh, you beeped it out?
Yeah, I just dropped it.
Yeah, it drops out.
Ah. Yeah, I guess you don't know.
I don't know. I just
you did the right thing.
I'm erring on the side of caution.
That is, in this case,
you could barely hear it in that audio too. Yeah.
Well, you can definitely hear it when I'm going. Told him, why don't we talk about D's nuts?
When we talk about.
Yeah, then we're all laughing. I enjoyed that. But so yesterday, I can't remember what I was doing, but looking at my phone, not at home. And Jonah Javad, I think is how you say his name, dude from WFA. He's done a bunch of good work around here for a long time. He's like the other guy, but opposite Mike Leslie at WFA. They're very young at that position. And he had posted a video of Trayvon Diggs' media availability yesterday where Trayvon and Mike Leslie are talking in front of all the other media. And Trayvon, I guess there's an actual brand of peanuts called D's Nuts. Because, of course, there is.
Yeah, smart.
And Trayvon has a couple cans, and he's going to give them to Mike Leslie, and they're all buddy-buddy, and they're laughing, and everybody's doing a photo op moment.
So the PR staff of the Cowboys got to Trayvon and said, look.
Without a doubt.
Let's make this better.
He's
Let's
not
turn
buying
it
that.
around. Let's make it funny.
No, he's not buying it. Definitely not buying it.
No,
You know,
he hates him.
He didn't seem that into it, but he doesn't seem that into anything.
Yeah.
To be fair. And
Besides
like,
Twitter porn videos.
Okay, you're going to have to let that go. It was probably an accident.
I don't think it was.
So it was just really awkward because they smile for the camera while he's like handing him the ranch flavored D's Nuts. And then they kind of shook hands, but Trayvon went for more of the black guy than the white guy.
Okay.
So he kind of came in for like a hug dap up, and Mike Leslie's kind of like stepbrothers
Yes,
hugging
sir.
him. And Trayvon does the Trayvon. He's like, yeah, I'm sorry, man. And Mike Leslie, I'm not saying I would have handled this better. I don't have to go do this job. I probably would have done this too and regretted it. But he's like, I'm sorry too. I'm sorry if I misunderstood what happened on the play. And it's like, did you need to do that? I get it. You want to stay in good graces with the player. But
Yeah, it's
like,
kind of like
you're free to actually to make comments and have an opinion. That's part of your job. Like you
Yeah.
don't need to apologize if you.
But it's
someone
like
says
an
you were
argument
wrong.
with your wife or something if you just
Yeah.
want to end it all on good terms and have sex later.
How come that never goes the other way? Is it because of the thing you just mentioned?
Because you're the one who wants to have sex. She doesn't.
Yeah.
She doesn't care.
I don't recall ever feeling like, boy,
She's fine if I don't get some later.
You're just apologizing to make this go away.
Yeah, she's got little, or what did Blake say? It was called Big Jake in the dresser drawer.
And Big Jake vibrates.
She's not. She's fine whether she apologizes or not. Yeah.
So here's the funny part about it, though. To wrap that up.
Oh, okay. Because I got a funny part. But go ahead.
I saw the video, and I emailed it to myself and thought, hey, when I get home, I need to make sure I get this audio. But when I went to get it, it was, and I had also been informed of this by one of our friends in the media. It had already been deleted because the Cowboys have a pretty strict no video recording in media availability. I guess they.
That's weird. You're allowed to record audio,
and I guess you can't post it. Think about like Machota. When Machota posts from Dak's availability, it's always a photo and the quote.
What about
and the Cowboys will post
Jerry postgame?
All of it postgame.
That's all good.
I guess so.
Because they obviously posted Trayvon coming out.
Mm-hmm.
But during
No.
the week, media availability.
Somebody else posted Trayvon coming out, like possibly even saw it. But that's at a game, and it's not even in the locker room. But I guess during the week, anything at the facility, no audio, no video. So
what the thought process
they had to
is
take
there.
it down. I don't know.
Probably just because they can.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I thought the funny thing was. So, yeah, Mike Leslie, capitalizing on the Mike Leslie wave that is out there right now, says Trayvon and I have cleared the air. He apologized for the hallway incident, and I apologize for misreading the play. He explained, we buried the hatchet with a couple of canisters of D's Nuts that he presented to me after his interview with the press was complete. That's when Brad Sham.
I have no idea where this is headed, but I love it already.
So Brad Sham didn't see that Mike Leslie tweet. Brad Sham responded to someone named Joel Hoyt.
Dallas Morning News, formerly Dallas Morning News, currently the DLLS. All City.
Or is it Joe J. Hoyt? That's what it is.
Maybe it's a different person.
Well, it does say he's Cowboys reporter for DallasNews.com. Okay.
Oh, I thought he moved over. Anyways, yes, I'm very familiar with him.
Does a lot of high school work, too.
Yep.
Anyway, he posted, just like you said, the picture. Trayvon Diggs talked to the media today. He apologized to Mike Leslie afterwards, saying he let his emotions get the best of him. He also gave him a gift, nuts, of course. Brad Sham tags on that one and says, "Where's the part about the reporter apologizing for misreading the play?"
Wow.
So Brad Sham needs to make sure that everybody, all the Cowboys players know that he is on their side. So if you think this...
and what's even worse...
This guy with the big giant shorts is not...
the shorts are so big.
He's not with all of them. He's with you.
The weird part about it is it's not like what Mike Leslie did is the sort of thing you normally apologize for. Like if he had called him a name that was inappropriate, or he had...
Like what?
Shut up. If he had been mean, or he had been pushy, or something like that, or he had asked a question about his family that was inappropriate, or made a comment about his family, like that's one thing. But so you look at a football play and see something, and other people see other things, and now you have to apologize for that per Brad Sham? That's really lame.
Yes. Have you been here for 35 years? I have.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back to sports.
Jeez.
As they say.
Let's see here. What else did I want? Oh, following up on our Colts situation from Sunday where Anthony Richardson checked himself out of a game because he just said, "I was tired, man," despite being the franchise quarterback that they're trying to build around.
Did I hear they're going to start Flacco this weekend?
You did.
And going forward.
Yeah. He is now the backup. AR is.
All right.
So this is a funny thing that people, because, the internet doesn't forget. Just a couple years ago when they drafted Anthony Richardson, and again, he's been hurt. There were a lot of problems coming out of college. Mm-hmm. Very few people thought, like, boy, this guy's going to be the... But enough people believe, like, look at the tools, the guy can do it. And, he got hurt pretty early on, and he's trying to make progress, but he hadn't had that much time to play. So we throw back to the press conference where they drafted him and their GM.
Let's don't expect him to be Superman from day one. And I think history shows there's not many of them that are Superman from day one. Some of them it takes 2-3 years to become a really good player. It's probably the one area where I've seen it, and this is even before me even being in a league, but it's the one area where teams that the pressure for these guys after 1 or 2 years, 10, 15 years ago, guys would get year 3, 4, 5. Think about it. Terry Bradshaw, he might not have ever played in today's NFL. It took him time in Pittsburgh. We got to let these guys develop and play, and they're going to have some struggles, and then they got to work through the struggles. And eventually their talent, the more they play, their talent will come to life.
Anthony Richardson has played 10 games.
So he knew he sucked.
Yeah, but they took him 4th overall. And
but
then,
kind of right there, he's saying, look, this guy is not even close.
Yeah. But then he also said you got to let him play. That's a great thing to say until you realize, like, oh, my God, they're going to fire me over this.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I might have a team Flacco can save.
Okay, yeah. All right, that's good stuff. Hey, let's shift gears right now. We want to welcome on, we have a couple of guests real quick. Joining us now are two guys who are at the end of our Dumb Zone Knockout League. Apparently, remember how this year everybody was at, like, were you out week 1? Did you even pick week 1?
No. Well, I must have, right?
You must have.
Yeah, I guess I did win then.
I think we were out within the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But the nation, like, knockout leagues were done 5 weeks in.
This league, man.
Well, even this league, we had, like, what, over 600 people, Blake?
Yeah, over 700, I think.
700 people joined our knockout league. And 2 people remain.
Good
so you
Lord.
think how easy it is. You're just picking a winner, not against the spread. You're just picking a winner. But by week 8, I guess it's been 3 people for the past few weeks.
Yeah.
What did the last guy, how did the guy get knocked out?
He picked the Ravens. Could you believe that?
The Ravens against the Browns?
He doubted Jameis.
With Jameis? That's ridiculous.
But what was funny is when we set it up, and I didn't want too many restrictions. I didn't want to bet against the spread. You could pick the same team twice, and I guarantee you, no less than 5 emails. Hey, so you're going to split the payment when everybody makes it all the way to the Super Bowl? And within 2 weeks, we were down to under 50 people.
Cocky MFers.
Oh, like 50 people wanted to do that?
They were saying, like, yeah, well, this will be too easy. I can pick the same team every week, and I don't have to pick against the spread.
Okay, so we get to week 8.
Down to 2.
And we're down to 2. Joining us now, Craig, and
hey, fellas.
A person whose name we recognize from internet, I believe, Danny Biscuits.
What's up, fellas?
Howdy.
Are the 2 finalists. Now, I understand somebody, was it one of you guys that emailed Blake saying...
I did, yes. Yes, I did.
Can we just split the pot, get down to the last 2?
Well, my reasoning was that maybe we could start it all over since we were only on week, I don't know, when was that? Like week 5, week 6, something like that? And I thought, there's 3 of us left, you split the pot, and then you get to start it all over, and we all get to go again. But
that's a businessman idea.
According to Jake, I'm a giant pussy, so for even suggesting such a thing. So,
well, in your email, you didn't. I don't remember being told that you just wanted more action and to get back after it. I thought you guys just wanted to settle it up and go home.
No, I mean
that actually does make sense, though.
It's kind of a twofold.
Yeah.
You get to cash out and you get to start all over again. That was my thought, anyway. But
sorry about Blake for shutting you down.
Money man.
Or maybe his foe here did.
Yeah, Craig, did you want to split?
I'm open to all possibilities.
Okay, so
I'd like
you guys
to get it going again too.
You guys would split it today if indeed Blake would allow that.
I would split it today, and then we can fire this thing back up. Maybe win it again.
Okay.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, it's making me nervous each and every week now. Ever since
Yeah.
it's down to 3 people, God,
I bet.
I felt bad for Tommy last week. Tommy's a good dude. And I hated that. For him.
Tommy G
And
was
I
the third guy.
Oh, really?
Almost picked the Ravens. I almost picked the Ravens.
Wow, Tommy, why would you go against?
Not against
Well,
Jameis. So that was Jameis was the reason I didn't. I was like, they're putting Jameis in. Weird things happen with Baltimore and Cleveland. I'm going to go with the Lions. So.
This guy's an expert. So what do we do here?
Not really.
I think we got to let it play out.
Okay.
I like Blake's theory. Let's see one winner. This is not. Are we socialist?
All right. Yeah.
I don't know. I've pissed off enough people on the political front this week.
Are we sharing everything? You're pissing people off? Why?
Because I said if you go to a Trump rally, you're a racist.
I thought you said the MAGA ideology is racist.
Yeah, I would say that's people who go to a Trump rally.
Oh, I mean, TC and Josh went.
If you go to a Trump rally on a ton of mushrooms, like they did, then maybe you're not.
Okay. Shane Gillis went.
Did he?
I don't know. No, he saw him somewhere
Look
else.
how quick Jake was going to backtrack.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Actually, I think it's cool.
Shane's awesome.
Yeah,
I kind of like what Blake's saying.
I like what Blake is saying.
Let's just see.
Maybe this should make me just stay with Blake. Both these guys really seem like they kind of want this to be.
They're stressed out. Just thinking about it every day.
Yeah.
I mean,
my wife is way more stressed out than I am.
I mean, do you start?
You already spent the money.
The thing is, I mean, you start something with certain rules, and then later you just change them because you feel like changing them.
No, you're right.
How do you do it?
No, I'm good either way.
Well, we could probably re-rack after there's a winner.
One year I was in the. I think I was in the Super Bowl for our fantasy league.
Blake. Yeah.
And the other guy said, "Do you want to split it?" And I said yes, only because I didn't want to be the dick. But I didn't want to split it.
Dude, you don't have mom mentality.
No.
Like that's
No, I want to be friends with the guys in my fantasy league mentality.
Soft.
Sorry when I called you that, Danny. What I meant was Dan. So
who are we going with? Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's just what do we have left on the board? I mean, you don't have to run them all down, but what are we thinking?
And are you spending a ton of time?
Week.
Yeah, the league.
It's another tough week, man. There's a lot of there's a lot of teams that are very capable of losing that are playing each other. And
Could we get you guys to agree to decide this tonight? Who wants the Jets?
Put it on Thursday Night Football?
Oh, my
Lord, no.
Who wants the Jets? Who wants Houston? Jets are favored by 2 in that game.
Thursday night games are weird, man. I don't even like starting players in fantasy on Thursday night because it's just weird crap. It's a short week. Nah.
You know what's weird is that at least tied for the biggest spread of the weekend is Bucks at Chiefs on Monday night.
Yeah,
that feels way closer than like Giants Commanders.
Bucks are
you
hurt.
can't bet against Baker, just like Jameis.
That's true.
Yeah.
Good point.
Have y'all had any close calls?
What week was it when Houston played the Jaguars?
Yeah.
Houston had to come back at the end to win that game. That was close, and the one that made me hurt was having to cheer for the Eagles playing Cleveland because I hate the Eagles and I picked them, and then they had their own struggles with Cleveland. So
Yeah, you both picked that game.
yeah, you know what's weird is if you look at the picks, there's only 3 times that Tommy and I didn't have the same team. In those 3 weeks, Craig and I had the same team.
Geniuses again.
I don't know what that means, but I just thought it was interesting.
I think I changed from Cincinnati in week 1 at the last minute, and that's what knocked probably over 50% of the people out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was mine. Cincinnati, New England.
I think it was injuries or something. Chase wasn't playing. I don't know.
All right. Well, so do they tell? They don't have to tell us right now, do they?
No. Well, congratulations.
Yes.
On getting this far.
Oh, thank you.
Do they get to pick our charity?
Do you hate each other?
So we're taking half of the pot is going to the one winner, and half is going to a variety of different charities because we want to give some to Jared's charity. I think we already gave some to Susan G. Komen Foundation, and you got the Brooke Jones 529.
It's hurting.
That's right.
Well, yeah, whoever
those 529s come in clutch.
Yeah, just ask Dan.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, the winner's got a big check waiting on you. Studio visit. We'll do it right, but
we got to get a real big check.
Yeah, we got it lined
Giant
up.
check.
Okay, cool.
Got it lined up.
Yeah. We got a big giant Sharpie and a big giant piece of paper.
All right, dudes. We'll talk soon. To one of
you. All right. Thanks, guys. Take care.
Thanks, bros.
Thanks for hopping on.
There they go.
Hard to root against either one of them, America?
No. Hey, any good dudes, And maybe we should let them split it, but I don't know. This is kind of fun.
It is.
For us, it's not bothering us. Are we done with football? News? Or do we have more football?
Let's just go to football, or go to the news. Let's just go.
Here's Jake.
So now you're done.
With the Dumb Zone News.
Tomorrow, I do want to play some Nikki Glazer because she did another Thursday Night Football. Just putting that on the list.
Today's Thursday.
Yeah, she did it last week.
What role is she in?
She's doing a set after Thursday Night Football, like on the desk.
All right.
And it's very strange.
Huh.
We'll do that, and I think we had some other football carryover.
I have Dan Quinn or Dan Campbell v. Chris Christie.
Oh, you keep teasing that.
I know.
All right.
A now former coach with the Mesquite ISD.
Skeeters.
That's a layup. Was arrested yesterday.
Did I tell you that news is brought to you by Frankel and Frankel?
Oh, you did not.
Like, am I the only guy that's allowed to do that?
Yeah. My bad, bro. Frankel and Frankel. If you get in a car accident, call them immediately at 214-817-333-3333. Good people there. When you call, you're going to talk to Mark or Scott Frankel. You'll talk to Gene Burkett. They know the tricks that the insurance company knows, so they know how to counter those tricks. They have experience. They have knowledge. They'll help you win in a courtroom. It's not just about getting you what you want. It's about getting you what you deserve, Dan, with the Frankels.
I'm going to agree. Frankel and Frankel. Call immediately if you get in a wreck. They're great personal injury attorneys. 214 or 817. Oh, Blake has your mic off. Blake thinks
do the
women
whole
aren't worthy.
number again.
Women are funny. Get over it.
3.
You're familiar to call them if you get in a wreck, right?
Yes.
All right.
We don't want you to
Did
get in a
you
wreck.
just get rear-ended by that
It's her
truck?
car.
And
Oh,
it
hold on.
wasn't your fault?
I did. Cornelius Falcon, what should I do?
Pick up your phone and start pressing threes, you ungrateful monster.
Yeah, okay.
All right. What is that? Back to the news.
I'll let you do a fill in the blank. A coach and teacher at Mesquite in the Mesquite School District was arrested yesterday on allegations.
Is it messing with a kid, or could it be some kind of drugs?
I'm going to guess the kid route.
See, I feel like that's just too common, and Jake wouldn't have us guess that. But maybe that's why Jake would, because he's brilliant.
On allegations that he had an inappropriate relationship with a middle school student, this according to Balch Springs police. Now,
when you say coach, you think man.
It is, in fact, a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These aren't the good ones, then. These are bad.
Student was 14.
These are terrible.
He's 54.
And he's like, look, if I was
80
and she was 44, this would be great.
Yeah.
Everybody would be applauding me. What's the deal?
He 54, she 14. The police discovered video showing him and her spending the night at the school together. That's a different twist on horrible crime.
And spending the night, just
studying.
You know what, though? Like, you leave the pedophilia aside. I did always want to spend the night at school, like by myself or with like some buddies. Like a lock-in at the school. Like just play basketball.
Oh, in the gym?
Yeah, well, just have the run of the place, you know? Obviously, paintball's on tap.
Go make some nachos in the cafe.
Right. Leave that bitch open. So come up with some concoctions that lunch lady won't let you do. Maybe I want nacho cheese on my French bread pizza.
Or get the Doritos. Put some nacho cheese on those. Some good nachos.
Yeah. Dude, did I tell you? You were in there when I was telling them this the other day. Dude, Nora ate like half a thing of microwavable Annie's macaroni and cheese the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And she also had like some crumbs, like a decent amount of crumbs from Cool Ranch Doritos. She ate the banana, which is good because that's not the part I wanted. But when I realized she wasn't going to eat them, I just dumped all the Dorito crumbs into the little bowl of mac and cheese, and it was like the best thing I've had.
Wow.
It was incredible, dude. Like stoner food. Just sometimes it hits. Sober. The guy also was texting her, of course, the student, with words like baby, love, and miss you. As well as
could be a lot worse.
Yeah, sure. As well as instructions to like what?
Just saying, there could be very sexually explicit things written in there, but
like tight ass or sweet ass or something.
Something, you know.
Yeah, see, you didn't play that right because you set him up to say it and then immediately had some suggestions of your own.
Yeah, you're like thinking
for what a groomer would say.
It didn't seem like he was going to wade in that water, so I made sure somebody did.
Well, that's not how that works.
You do your news stories.
Oh, wow.
He also had given her instructions to delete some of the text and to not let her parents know they were communicating.
You don't text that.
Nope.
You don't text instructions to delete a text. You call and leave it on her voicemail.
It's Tiger.
That's all you do. That's the easy way to do it.
Yeah.
That ensures it gets done. No trail. You're leaving a paper trail. You're leaving text trail. You're leaving an audio trail. You're leaving a snail trail.
So write notes.
This
on paper.
is
that's right.
Like the really
with your left hand, so it's not your handwriting.
The saddest part of the story, according to an affidavit, the student, 14 again, during a forensic interview, was downplaying the situation while demonstrating her deep concern for him and what happens to him. and the detective said that is not uncommon behavior in child grooming cases because they're brainwashed.
What if they're in love?
They could be in love.
They're 14.
Like Mary Kay Letourneau and her 14-year-old student. But it's different because that was a boy. That's what Jake's saying.
No. But yes. Sorry, I mean, yeah. We're going to go away from the local scene for just a minute because this is a wild one. State police in New York confirmed that a woman and two children intentionally went over the guardrail of Niagara Falls on Monday night.
Ooh. Wait, now who? What?
A mother and two young children.
Okay. So this isn't a barrel situation.
No.
Did the children go intentionally?
That part, obviously, we don't know as much about.
Or is mom tossing the kids over and then killing herself?
It says that they were
Did they die?
9 and 5.
Okay.
Yeah, they died.
That's hard to toss a 9-year-old. Believe me.
I was going to say, how would you? Police say that it was a 33-year-old woman, 9-year-old, 5-year-old. They crossed over safety railing, went over the falls. Still investigating, but they say it was intentional and that the family did not just, quote, stumble in.
Who is it that's never... Blake, you never been to the falls?
No, I haven't.
And you have no interest?
It seems like I'm really missing out looking at a giant waterfall.
It's pretty crazy.
Dude, it's amazing.
I got to tell you, it's pretty crazy.
Look at all this water falling.
I mean, it's a lot, dude. Like, are you interested in the Grand Canyon, or are you like, oh, look, here's a pothole?
I've been there, too.
Not impressed?
Oh, this is a giant... Oh, look, a river down there.
Because he's mad because he can't play it as a Nintendo map.
Yeah, I had to get out and pause my Madden game to look at the Grand Canyon.
It's a natural wonder of the world. Would you be interested in a volcano?
Oh, look at it just sitting there.
No, but sometimes they're not, though. We did the...
I'm trying to think of something he'd be interested in. How about the Amazon jungle?
No, too humid.
Mayan ruins?
They're ruined.
The pyramids in Egypt.
Oh, who put them there?
You bum me out. You know that?
Why? Because I just want to go home.
Yes. And no matter what
you don't want to go
doing.
to France.
No.
You had an opportunity to go to France.
Even like we're like, hey, let's go to Colorado for a couple weeks and explore and do the show. And he's like, why? What's there?
He would go if the eclipse was going to be here.
Or if he could go play in some stupid friend golf tournament and eat his weed.
Yeah, man, you got a problem.
Then he'd be okay with it.
I have a drug problem?
Yeah, I'm worried about you.
Let's see here. I was about to do a story, and then Blake shot the wheels off this thing by not caring about anything. What was that story?
Was it about your mom?
I think it was about your mom, actually. This is kind of funny. I'm not going to do that one.
Oh, what a tease.
Yeah.
Hey, this is funny. Not for you guys, though. Like, did you look at this before the show?
Yeah, here, we'll do... I'm just trying to determine... I can do this. I think this is it.
Changed my mind.
So, we get one of these every year, right? It's Halloween. This story is actually about a week and a half old, but I saved it. I swear we've done almost this exact same story before, but you got to find local places that people tell you are haunted, right? In this case, it's a salon in Grapevine. Like, it's right over by Maine. And it's a really old, like, 2-story building that's clearly been there for, I think it's the second oldest building in Grapevine. It's been there for like 120 years. And you've got to get, like, the fun, wacky reporter to go out there. You got to have a lot of sound effects. You have to overwrite it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I swear we've done one with this exact guy before from WFA. His name is Sean Giggy.
He got crazy over the Mavs run, right?
He did, yeah.
Okay.
They got to use...
He was out at 6 a.m. with the drum line or something.
Yeah, you got to have that guy.
Was he getting giggy with it?
That's got to be in the copy.
That's got to be one of his things that he does.
Yeah, probably.
That's probably a weekly feature.
Let's
and if
listen to
not...
this.
Imagine you're at the salon.
All right, see? That's what I'm saying.
Imagine you're at the salon, sitting there getting your do done, when all of a sudden, those hairs on the back of your head stand up. What are the...
Okay, so if anybody took like a freshman level media writing course, this is it. Where they have to, hey, getting your do done, but your hair raising because you're at a salon and it's also scary.
Stand up.
Brilliant.
What are the odds that it's a ghost?
100%.
Used to be. If someone else made that claim, Lauren Jackson would not have believed them. But then, she and her mom bought the Doris house, the second oldest home in Grapevine, opened Renata salons, and their eyes.
What's changed my mind is experiencing things for myself.
She was often by herself when she'd hear a loud crash. And when she went to check it out,
there was red nail polish everywhere.
It happened multiple times, and the nail polish was almost always red.
Let me take a quick time out here and tell you that I live a couple blocks away from this, and your foundation is constantly an issue in that part of Grapevine. You just live in a 120-year-old house, and things shift, and you have glass containers with nail polish in them all over the place. They
were roll.
Yeah.
And he said they were almost always red. Isn't that kind of the
Yeah.
predominant color?
Look at
of
this.
smoke?
These murderous ghosts who only love the color of blood.
And don't forget, you also have to talk like
Like
this.
Yo, dude.
Red. However, it was pitch black when one night, alone on the
Color
third
contrast.
floor, Lauren was fumbling around in the dark. Frustrated, she shouted,
I can't see. When I said that, this light switch flipped on. Those two things for me were pretty impactful in making me believe.
Her husband, Chris, tries to find reasonable explanations, but sometimes even he can't. Once, he heard a disturbingly loud noise upstairs, so he rushed up to find the barbershop door completely shut, even though, since buying the house, it has never shut further than this. Another time.
Then this.
They show it. Yeah, like, oh, wow. The ghost leveled
This is
the
the
house.
Doris house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they talk like it's Dateline. You know what I mean? Like a woman got murdered by her husband. It's like, and when they checked his phone records, he had called his mistress 12 times that same night. But they're just like, hey, some nail polish fell down.
Then this. Another time, the cleaning lady had just finished scrubbing the bathroom when the latch inside locked by itself. Chris had to climb through the top window to unlock it. Was it the doctor who built the house, one of the patients he treated here, or the souls that passed through when it later became a funeral home? Lauren says she has no idea. But one thing she's pretty sure of is that whatever it is, it's a lot more friendly than frightening.
I know this sounds weird, but it's like celebratory. Like it's not a bad thing. It's not a negative thing. It's kind of a special thing.
Where else besides a haunted salon can you get an experience so hair-raising?
Oh, yes. Nailed it.
Hair-raising. Now, I don't want to say this in front of mixed company here because I don't know these two fine people that well.
But she's hot.
But that's a given. But I don't mind bothering the other two of you. And given that, like I said, somebody just called me out for making fun of them for wanting to bail out of the league and split the pot, given that people are canceling their subs because I made the MAGA comment, maybe I should be careful here. But here's the thing. If you believe in ghosts, you are a fucking fool. It just is what it is.
Dude.
It just is what it is.
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
know.
We can't have that. We can't be believing in ghosts and be like a real society. Ghosts.
How did the door get latched, though?
What about the nail polish thing? And it's always the red nail polish.
Like,
it could
here's
be.
what I don't respect.
How come your mind isn't open?
Here's what I don't respect about
I thought
people.
you were like a guy that...
Yeah, so open-minded. Here's what I don't respect about people who believe in ghosts. Because if you truly believed in ghosts and you believed in their existence and their presence, you wouldn't be able to do anything throughout daily life without thinking about it. That's a pretty big thing to believe in.
You gotta coexist.
Then why aren't you always like, oh, man, I should probably look out while I'm driving. What if I hit a ghost?
No, you don't hit a ghost.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's stupid.
See, I think Jake is not
Drive through a
grasping
ghost.
the
Yeah.
the point of ghosts. Maybe that's
Right.
why he doesn't believe.
All right.
They're just kind of spirits just wandering around. You just do your own thing. They're just here with us.
Is it everyone who's ever died ever? Because
No,
that
only
would become
select few.
a
Like in this
crowding
case,
issue.
it would make sense. Like the doctor goes back to that building, right?
Why?
Yeah, for sure.
Because
Why?
that's where he worked for so long.
Yeah.
There's people worked in every building everywhere
But you know what?
forever.
It could be one of his patients that was
All
upset
right,
is now
I'm
haunting
sorry.
the place.
I shouldn't have said anything. That's it.
I think it's probably a patient.
Listen, on Halloween, why don't you just live a little and believe in ghosts?
I'm the one dressing up. I
I'm
have
the
the
one
Halloween
believing in
spirit
ghosts.
flowing through my veins, and look at you. Just gonna wear the same thing you wore to work today.
Yeah, because I'm a ghost-fearing man.
Today in History brought to you by Ownwell. That is the property tax place. That is the place that Blake has used and saved money. You can save money too. And as far as Ownwell.com is concerned, so if you go on there and sign up and you're trying to get your property taxes reduced, if they do not reduce your property taxes, you pay zero. If they do reduce them, they take a small percentage of whatever it is that they get you. So if they only get you $100, let's say, they'll take $25. And this is the first I've really learned about these guys. I didn't know, like, oh, is that a lot? Apparently not. It is the lowest on the market. So other places will take like 40 or 50% of what they're able to save you. Ownwell at ownwell.com, 25%. Look it up. Do your own research, Jake.
Yeah, and speaking of the percents, 86% of people will save money. Again, those 14% who don't, you pay nothing. I might also add that let's say you've already handled your property taxes for the most recent year. Well, you could be like Blake and just go ahead and set it up. They'll check it out next year automatically. It's on auto renew for them over there, so that's a pretty sweet deal for something you might forget about down the line.
And when Jake goes to restaurants, he only looks at like a certain Google review and up. Ownwell, 4.7 out of 5.
I will absolutely eat a 3-course meal of property tax savings.
Ownwell.com. You can use the promo code the Dumb Zone. Ownwell.com/partners/the Dumb Zone, and that's how you get there.
All right.
Save some money.
The Dumb Zone presents Today in History.
Oh, wait, where did I put the... Oh, you know what I forgot to do, Blake? I didn't do listener birthdays, so I should do them here, huh?
Or not at all.
I don't know. I think people like it. In fact, let's ask Stephanie. Do people like it?
We love it.
You like to hear your birthday? Do you like to have it noted on the show notes or whatever where it is so that you can go find that and you don't have to hear us all the BS that we do otherwise? Okay.
They wouldn't be here without this.
That is true.
They wouldn't just be randomly emailing to tell you it's their birthday.
That's right.
Okay, fine, do it.
Sorry about Blake.
And then you could hear the leaders and all the funny stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I missed this the other day. Apparently this was like to the show email, and Blake and I both checked that.
Oh, dang it.
I try to check it every day, but I missed it anyway. Dear man in the boat manipulator, please show some love to my friend Mike. He has a birthday on the 28th. He's working on his Derek Holland birthday. He also saw me the other night when I moosed my wife. It was an accident. It turned into something special. From Mark.
Okay.
This one is a tomorrow birthday. Dear Uncle Cumcutery. And then in parentheses it says charcuterie. Like if we didn't get...
If you got to explain the joke.
But he
didn't have to, though.
Happy birthday to good listener Chris Admire. The Boys is the best show on TV. More Dan, more Blake, more Crowline, more Julie, less Hepala from Taylor.
You had to say it twice? What a jerk.
Hello, Uncle Beaver Buddy. This is Joe from Prosper. Yes, I did buy from Prosper Ford.
Hey now.
Nice.
Coming to you from the always reliable Hotmail and announcing my own 44th birthday. Shout out to all the dorks who believe Jake did a month in rehab over a small drinking habit. More TC and Jade.
Who's Jade?
I don't know. Did he mean Jake? And is this a typo?
I don't know. Unlike with reflect and neglect, the D and the K aren't really near each other on the keyboard, so.
Less incels hating on Sarah Hepola.
Ooh.
Less people using jersey numbers to describe their age. And less reading horrific news stories on a comedic sports program.
Man, I feel like I do a pretty good job of that, no?
From Joe.
Like, I mean, I realized today we had a death and now I'm reviewing my...
Look who struck a nerve.
Who's reading the comments?
Yeah, jeez.
No, I do
I know,
think
he knew, like, people are mad at me about MAGA thing.
we got emailed.
Boy, he's
we got emailed
comment
about it.
guy.
New Jake is...
I didn't even notice it.
Maybe it just came to me. I didn't check the copy list. I've always thought that, like, I don't know how
Dear libtard.
I don't know how the musers pull that off.
What?
Like, forever once I started to do the 1:30 news, like, I don't really do many. Hey, here's a lady who got hacked up by her husband and her kids saw it over in Forney. I've never been able to really. Maybe it's a time.
The news is the news, dude.
I know, but we never.
Gotta do the news.
Unless it was something particularly funny about it, like, hey, they stayed the night at the school.
Yeah, kind of like earlier this week when 2 people died in a house explosion in Van Alstyne. Somehow Jake made it really funny.
Yeah, I know.
Ah, boy, now you guys have made me review my whole.
Last one. Buenos dias, Presidente de la Penocha.
Okay.
I think it means the president of P.
Today is my grandson Camillo's 2nd birthday.
Camillo.
His heroes are Jake Speedy Gonzalez, racist comments, Blake's painted pony, and Dan's fantasy hockey folder. Enjoy the Dia de los Muertos parade from Pollito.
Little chicken.
Other stuff on this day, I should say. Where are we on this? Today is Thursday, October 31st, Halloween. This is the day in 1941 that work was completed on Mount Rushmore. You interested in that, Blake? Go see Mount Rushmore, huh? The big thing.
Oh, look, they put presidents' faces on a mountain.
Hey, real quick, there were a couple things that I forgot to mention today in news. In Rowlett, there is in Rowlett there's a Special Olympian with Down syndrome who is leading a Zumba class. And at Trinity Valley School, there was an Olympic bronze medalist who visited there to share some of his secrets to success with the students. Those are just 2 I forgot. Oh, look. Do you guys want to...
Can't believe he's just responding to
No,
that.
I'm saying this is... Do you guys
different guy.
Do you remember when we did like a full news segment of that, like during
COVID,
like George Floyd or COVID or something?
What was it? Just positive
Yeah,
stuff?
just we did an entire like 20-minute.
Let's do that every day.
That's when I think those zoo animals started.
Like, who's your guy? Did overnights at the Ticket national show.
David Stein, celebrating life through sports.
Yeah, just celebrate things. On this day in 1984, Indira Gandhi. She was India's prime minister for 15 years. She was assassinated by 2 of her own bodyguards.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
Yeah. Guess she should have been nicer. On this day in 1992, Pope John Paul II formally proclaimed that the Roman Catholic Church, so this is 1992.
Not that long ago, Big Mac.
What do you think the Pope has to speak on in 1992?
Women can be priests? Do they do that even now? Okay, so...
Well, I hope not. Or I'm going to turn in my rosary.
I don't know.
That's the thing.
I got nothing.
Right? Well, you might think, maybe, look, sorry about all this priest and kids thing. It's bad bit.
None of it happened, or what?
It wasn't that. It was he was proclaiming that the church had erred.
Just a little mix-up.
When they condemned Galileo for holding that the Earth was not the center of the universe.
92?
He proclaimed this in the 1600s.
I would not have been far off. I was going to say 15, so that's not quite as bad as
I only knew because I searched
Picasso.
Because I wondered if Galileo had
hung out with Picasso or Jesus.
Right.
Could go either way.
And on this day in 1998, a genetic study was released suggesting President Thomas Jefferson did, in fact, father at least one child by his slave, Sally Hemings.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
He slept at a 45-degree angle because he thought laying flat would lead to too much blood flow to your brain.
Did you just go to a museum or something?
I went to his house, Monticello.
Okay.
And his bed was just like that, 45-degree angle.
Like up? His head was up?
Yeah.
How else would it have been? His legs?
Well, yeah, I don't know.
That's a dumb question on my part because both of them are really weird.
You could just sleep on a seesaw maybe, and it would just go both ways.
Yeah.
You ever try that?
I guess, no.
And then in the corner, his sex swing, where he'd have sex with his slaves.
I could see that. Yeah.
So you think that's a joking matter, having sex with your slaves?
If they were into it.
I don't think any slaves are into. But
They might be into that more than some other things they could do. I don't know.
I don't know. Let me ask you. You want to go out and work the field or have Thomas Jefferson rape you?
But you're indoors.
I do like being indoors. Again, I mean, just to define the word rape is, it could have been, obviously there was a severe power dynamic in play there, but.
Yeah, a little Me Too.
Yeah. We're going to have to table that one.
Okay. Yeah, write it
elsewhere,
down.
Mike Napoli is 43.
Legend.
Mm-hmm.
David DeLucci, former Ranger, 51.
Yeah.
DeLucci.
Fred McGriff, 61.
Crime dog.
Former Aggie Sir Parker, 47.
Running back?
His first name was Sir?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could be wrong about the position, though.
Dan Rather is 93.
He had a weird situation because, one, he kind of got, disgraced over the whole Bush military records thing, but also he's, still cooking. I don't know for who, but he tweets and does reports and stuff.
93?
Yeah. All right, I got to turn this off because
That's pretty good.
If I've seemed distracted for the last couple seconds, it's because I left that news story up and they're playing video of the Special Olympics Zumba instructor, and I can't focus.
It's just too funny.
He's a very good dancer. Can't focus, though.
Brian Doyle Murray is 79.
Don't know it.
Bill Murray's brother.
Oh, I didn't know he had a Frank Stallone.
Oh yeah, he's in Caddyshack, but he's also the mayor of the town in Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day guy?
Okay. Oh shoot. That was almost really bad.
You just kicked your computer down.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of space over here, bud. I don't have a big table over there. I like that movie.
Wow, this is all coming out now. I didn't know he was mad about his
taking shots at your table.
His this big table.
You can eat on it, can't you? I gotta eat over there or at home.
Are you upset about we can change the accommodations around here, man.
I figured it out for the most part. Don't eat here.
Oh, look at the martyr.
Man.
Gosh damn, I never knew. All this is now just
guys,
flowing out of him.
Does this look like a place where I'm gonna sit down and eat lunch?
I mean, I wouldn't like it, and you know what I would do? I would say, if I'm going to be working here a lot, I would change the scene.
I do.
I would just do my own thing.
I do struggle
bring a table.
with. I kind of have the problem of whatever. I'll just deal with it.
Yeah.
But what's great is the guy that doesn't have to mess with the board or elements for the show wants more space for his stuff.
That's awesome.
Peter Jackson, movie director, is 63.
He did the World War I thing recently, right?
Nobody knows.
It was like it was footage that he had remastered and put to color. You didn't watch that?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, I'm
He's
in.
the like Lord of the Rings guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
just like crazy psychedelic colors or actual real
No, it's
colors?
not like reefer madness or anything, but it does make it feel a lot more real.
It's all tie-dyed.
Bad bit.
Yeah,
Really
totally bad
bit.
bit. Oh, did you finish the whole book?
Almost. I have continued to read since I got home.
The Guns of August?
Mm-hmm. Fantastic work.
Dermot Mulroney is 61. He's like an actor. Rob Schneider, 61.
Man, he's definitely taken a run at it with Jim Brewer and.
Yeah, he's getting all political now, right?
Oh, big time, yeah.
What about just being funny and stuff?
Well,
what about making copies?
What about making a couple copies? Deuce Bigelow, actually funny though. I'll go to my grave on that
Big
one.
man, the Trumpinator.
Deuce Bigelow, or not? That's what it's called, right?
Yeah, Male Gigolo.
Male Gigolo. That movie was actually funny.
Is it?
And he was the delivery guy in.
Big Daddy.
In Big Daddy.
Yeah, he's in all that.
Put him in the sleeper home. Yeah, I
He's
know.
the You Can Do It guy in Waterboy.
Yeah, I like him. I mean, I don't know what he's doing now, but I think he's funny. I'm pro Rob Schneider.
It's because you're not woke. And he's got a famous daughter.
Elle King.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. X's Nose. Big fan.
That song's about oral sex.
Rob Van Winkle is 57.
Carrollton.
I think your former agent was his agent.
That's very true.
Do you guys know who he is?
Once upon a time.
Stephanie, you don't know?
No. Do you
Go
know?
ahead, tell her.
Vanilla Ice. Oh.
That's right. And
I should have
I
guessed.
believe he once represented him.
Eddie K. Thomas is 44. That is Paul Finch in American Pie.
Oh, wow. He kind of is at the nexus of the term MILF. Because he was trying to hook up with Stifler's mom.
Is that where that was invented, kind of?
Yeah, and isn't that the lady? Is it not? Isn't that the lady from White Lotus that everybody's all into now? Because she went to shot a double, blah, blah, blah. Like coffee. What's her name?
I know who you mean. That she's in that mockumentary.
Yeah,
she's been in a lot.
She's funny, but kind of like always playing the same pilled up character.
Sure, yeah.
She was the mom, if I recall correctly.
Okay.
And now you know.
Accurately described.
Yeah, for sure.
Born on this day, now dead, John Candy.
Ah, dude, you know what's crazy about that is wasn't he like 36?
Way younger than you would think.
Like,
he looked way older.
Yeah.
And he did like.
What do you know about John
accomplish a
Candy,
lot.
Blake? Okay, 43, but I would have guessed that at his peak he was 50s.
Oh, this guy.
Oh, this
I believe
guy.
Joe Montana looked at him in the crowd during The Catch.
Yeah, he was sitting with Picasso.
Yeah, he was with Picasso and Galileo. Christopher Columbus, born on this day, now dead.
Man.
Canceled.
Yep.
And Michael Collins, who is the astronaut that flew up with Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong and did not get to walk on the moon. He had to just stay in the spacecraft.
Who's he endorsing?
Michael Collins?
Yeah.
Well, he's currently a ghost, so...
You guys believe can still vote, right? Isn't that
right? Now I think
isn't that what the Democrats want?
Right. That's part of the problem is that dead people are voting.
Did you see Buzz through his voice behind Trump?
I did not. No, is that why you're saying who's he endorsing?
Yeah.
Well, because Trump's pro Space Force.
That's true. Kamala got Arnold.
Okay.
So weigh it out. You know?
Sweet. What a battle we have on our hands.
I know.
Dead on the Stay Still Dead. Harry Houdini. River Phoenix. And
Viper
Sean
Room?
Connery.
Never with a closed fist.
Yeah.
Sean Connery.
Do you have that?
You did an interview in which you said, not the worst thing to slap a woman now and then. As I remember, you said you don't do it with a clenched fist. It's better to do it with an open hand. Yeah? Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I didn't love that.
I haven't changed my opinion.
You haven't?
No, not at all.
You think it's good to slap a woman?
No, I don't think it's good.
You don't think it's bad?
I don't think it's that bad. I think that it depends entirely on the circumstances and if it merits it. Yeah.
What would merit it?
Well, if you have tried everything else, and women are pretty good at this, they can't leave it alone. They don't want to have the last word, and you give them the last word, but they're not happy with the last word. They want to say it again, and get into a really provocative situation. Then I think it's absolutely right.
God,
that is
right.
So underrated as far as like we should talk about that more. Because you can tell Barbara Walters, who is an expert interviewer, comes out of the gates like, "Oh yeah, you remember that?" Like
she's gonna gotcha.
Like she's got him.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that funny? Remember this quote? And he's like, "Yeah, I'll hit you."
Yeah, and his first little sound or whatever is like, "You really want to start this?"
Yeah, he just had absolutely no backing off that. He's just like, "Yeah, that's what I said. And let me explain it to you in detail why that is what I said."
Yeah, there's a lot in that first 5 seconds.
God, I can't believe. And then he just kept working. Different time.
God, it would be great if he ended it with, "You want me to smack you?"
What's playing right now? Is that my computer?
I don't know. What did I do there? Oh, okay.
I think it must. Okay.
There we go. All right, let's just do this.
Maybe you just need more space over there.
And in history.
This is a big table.
I know, that is a pretty big table. Anyway, we're at that portion of the program where we get to talk to Stephanie and Tabitha.
Yes.
Although Tabitha seems a little mic shy.
The mic's back there. No?
You want to grab that? You don't want to grab the
go
mic.
Go get the presents then.
Okay. Stephanie, kind of
I'm
bossing Tabitha around. Tab?
Yeah.
You like that better? Okay.
Okay, I had a quick question. Tecovas.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter and I are going shopping for Christmas presents for ourselves.
Yes.
Can you use that code in-store?
That's a good question. I don't know the answer to. I know they have a few of them around town, Dallas, Fort Worth, but I don't know. How about this?
Tab.
I will find out and let you know.
If you can't, I will personally send you 10% of your purchase back from my money.
That's okay.
How about that?
Yeah.
Early bird code was awesome.
Okay.
I used it.
Okay.
Big fan now.
Look
and
at that. Dude,
awesome.
they should all be like this. The closing remarks.
Yeah.
People like, your products are fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, like, the live spots, I always forward through commercials on any podcast, but I actually listen to yours because they're pretty funny. So,
well,
you're doing
thanks.
a good job.
We got to send that to our people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell sales Julie.
Yes.
There you go. Also sitting here, y'all are the fastest Googlers ever. I thought maybe you knew ahead of time to go check something out, and no, I just watched it live action. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I thought I was fast.
Pretty good at finding stuff.
You know, I mean, we're just pros. I just don't want to.
I'd forgotten Dak called himself an elite Googler.
Yeah, that's
what a dork.
Yeah.
What was that in regards to?
I don't even remember. We may have to review it tomorrow.
Right.
I don't know, but you guys are above him. Your band was really good. I really thought I was going to laugh too.
I'm glad you got to be here for that. That was a special experience.
That was pretty awesome. And that's all I have.
Well, that's awesome.
Wow.
So, but open presents.
But you gave us presents. Now,
do have something to say
Tab
about
doesn't want to be on mic? No? Okay.
No, Tab's hiding back there.
Yeah, she is hiding.
I think she's got a bad back.
Should we go one at a time?
I think she said she has a cold sore.
That is in Blake's wrapping.
Pointed at her mouth. This is Blake's?
Blake's wrapping paper.
Oh, okay.
See, isn't that nice?
Which is the box that it came in.
That's awesome.
Are these all the same thing?
No.
Okay, so I'm opening first. This is a poster that's all wrapped up still.
Hopefully you don't already have, because I was like, surely somebody else found this.
It doesn't look like I have this. I'm not recognizing this. This is a poster that says, "Bring Us Together. Vote Chisholm, 1972." Unbought and unbossed. So somebody named Chisholm was running for office.
Shirley Chisholm.
Shirley Chisholm. I think that belongs in our studio more than here.
Without a doubt.
Unbought and unbossed.
Should I keep going? Then we have a
Yep.
coffee cup.
For your weak coffee.
Yeah, I have very weak coffee.
But at least it'll stay warm that way.
A nice Yeti.
Nice.
Correct.
For tonight.
On Yeti night. And then is this selection of treats? It might be pet treats, actually.
Yes.
That's what I
How thoughtful.
recognize these
Kid
from.
and Bodie. Yeah. That's why it was up on the thing.
So,
She's
very
been here
smart.
one day and knows not to put food on the floor. I do it twice
Yeah,
a
little
week.
dog treats. This would be great. Thanks.
You're welcome. Got something for each of your kids, but
No
I
one
was
ever-
not getting anything for the roast twins.
No one ever
That's
gets
funny.
anything for the dogs.
Okay, I'll go. Let's see.
Okay, I like the same books you do. So
Yeah.
if you haven't read any of his books, this is kind of in the middle of a series, but he is awesome.
John Sanford?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's really good.
This is great.
Freeze.
So you like steamy lady novels?
This one isn't a steamy, this is a cop one, but it's...
Interesting.
I like the same books he likes, so
Yeah.
I think...
Okay.
So when he reviews a book, you're like, oh yeah.
I usually already read it. So.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes me happy.
That's awesome. All right. Shady Oaks hat.
Yep.
Nice.
Since you like golf.
I do like golf.
That's a solid hat.
Oh, nice little rope hat.
He loves striping it.
Shady Oaks shirt with golf carts on
That's
them.
for Brooks.
Oh, Brooks.
Little
It is
pajamas.
a bit small,
Nice.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
and if you
tops
need
and
another
bottoms.
size, they had a different sizes there, so I was kind of
got here?
guessing. It was a 4T.
Yeah, perfect. That's where he's
But,
at.
okay, but if you need, they had a 5T too. I wasn't sure
No,
which to
no,
get.
he's right in the 4T.
Okay.
And then a gift card. Curly's frozen custard.
Yep.
Very
you have
good.
to go to Fort Worth though.
That's fine.
You should have one too, Dan.
Boy, what a nice.
Oh, I have a gift card in there?
What a nice gift bag.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
she said no.
Sorry, I thought we had
Tab
all three.
did not give me a gift
Okay.
card.
All right, so I have a box here. It's it says on the outside, like 9/11, never forget. I'm gonna open this, but they're gonna make fun of me because I open things really weird.
He like rips them apart like an ape.
Watch, he's gonna.
Do you
tear
need
it
the
in
box
half.
back?
He's gonna tear
Nope.
it in the middle.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna tear it in the middle.
Look at him.
He's just so strong.
I think it was taped. I don't
Look at, how are you opening that?
I'm getting it open.
This is pretty fun to watch in person too.
Oh,
That's
wow.
why they won't accept his recycling.
Fantastic. What we have here is a little scorpion.
Encased in plexiglass.
They can't
To
bite me.
remember one of your down moments in your life.
No.
No, that was a great moment.
This is going on the desk.
Jeez, that is terrifying.
And it's the
That's about what I was dealing with.
Because you said it was a black one.
Yeah.
So I found a black one.
That's about the same size. Yeah.
This
Oh,
is scary.
I feel a special connection and bond. Let's see here. What do we have? Oh, wow.
It
This
was the
is cool.
softest shirt they had.
That's awesome. I love that place out
And
there.
also, if that's the wrong size, we
No.
can get you a different one.
It's just plain?
It's
It's
also,
got a little tree on it.
Okay.
feel how soft this is. You can
All
pass
right.
it down.
I'll feel the hell out of that thing. Oh, that is a soft shirt.
And then this says Fort Worth Zoo Fun.
So my sister-in-law is the education director at the zoo,
Cool.
and I wasn't sure if you wanted to go to Fort Worth, but I can get more if you ever
Oh,
want
I'm
to
down.
take.
Yeah, we go to the Fort Worth
Okay,
Zoo.
I'll get a
Little
couple
bit.
more and send them to you.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
You guys are sweet.
Yeah.
Sorry I
This is
said
awesome.
your name sounds kind of pornish.
So her husband put her birthday on for her 40th birthday, and you guys said about the same thing on the ticket. So it was pretty funny. You're consistent.
All right, good. Well, thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
this
this
was
is
really
awesome.
fun.
Thank you. It was so much fun.
Well,
adios, mofo.
We gotta go before this becomes a zoo.
Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe and type for my name if you want to watch more of my videos.